Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
No matter what nobody say, man. Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, the kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar over. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects.
BoxingWords.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for 300 million, and I made 350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingWords.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingWords.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I'm your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. I'm joined alongside Alexander Lioness in New Jersey, and we're here. We're rocking out. It is the morning show. Hashtag TBV podcast, wherever hashtags don't use. We're going to be talking Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, the trilogy. The case is headed to arbitration. Fury tells the mediator, do me. I'll never fight Deontay Wilder again. So outside of that, we got a bunch of little bag of tricks. We have Jamie Robinson scheduled for early in the show, probably in the next moment. And then we have Gabriel Rosado as well. Buenos dias.
Listen, this beyond me.
What in the world is going on? This thing is headed into arbitration. I mean, Ness, you're going to have to lead us to all this lawyer jargon because it went from mediation to arbitration. So I guess it's a fight now, huh?
It's so funny that you said I'm going to have to lead you. I actually contacted two attorneys for two interviews, and I'm hoping to be able to slide them on this show. It's going to be a busy show if we could get either one of them on. And I've given them, obviously, the latest Sports Illustrated Chris Mannix link where he spoke to Shelly Finkel, which is the article in question. It is the one that we're talking about when we're discussing this morning's show. Chris Mannix from Sports Illustrated and from Dazn has written an article with an interview with Shelly Finkel where Shelly not only says that they're still together, but exactly what's happening and basically that this case is headed to arbitration. So, I've been communicating with these two attorneys because I wanted them to come on the show and just give us a live breakdown of what arbitration is. How could you, what could come from it, And like I said, I sent them the link to the article to have context. So we'll see if that happens, as well as having Jamie Robinson on. He is a Scottish fighter, right, Doomy?
Yeah, Scottish fighter, 2-0, and I guess making the scene onto the boxing scene. And I really, I haven't seen too much of him. I couldn't find a fight, and I'm just interested to get to know Jamie. See what's his style. I like the last name. No, not the last name. The alias. I'm sorry, Braveheart. So. We'll look forward to talking to him. And he's only had 4-round fights. It's early start in his career, so
2-0, right?
Yeah, 2-0.
The interesting thing with him is that I guess it's more about the rumors, right? And we need to confirm those rumors. But I don't follow amateur boxing like that, but I'm being told that he beat Josh Taylor 7 times in the amateurs. So that's going to be interesting to see if it's true, not only true, and what age, right? Because 7, that's like a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, these guys usually in the amateurs see each other a lot, you know, especially if they're doing well and they're, you know, in the top of the divisions. They usually compete, you know, maybe 4 or 5 times. I mean, you know, we have plenty of guys, top guys in the welterweight division that we talked about as recent that they, you know, they face each other. Brian's faced each other with the 4 Kings probably, and it goes on and on and on. So it's not too surprising, but I like to know what happened. 7 times he beat him. Shoo.
That's the rumor. We'll see.
No back and forth.
I mean, we'll see. That's the rumor, and hopefully that is true, and we get some substance. You know, and figure it out, because age-wise, he's kind of up there, right?
I mean, if you want to say, I mean, look, even on the on the box rec, they don't show his age. I'm gonna have to ask him exactly how. Yeah, they don't show his age. They show his debut, his career, but they don't show his age. So
wow. All right, well,
gonna have to ask Jamie. Hey, how old are you?
Yeah, man.
And getting it over here. That's funny though, right?
That is funny.
That's a Luis Ortiz box strike.
Why is this not merging? He just called. I couldn't add him. So strange.
Man, I can't believe this thing is at least we know what's going on with this Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury thing. At least it's some new news. You know, Shelly spoke out, which we were waiting for the other day. You know, it's like, you know, Shelly got to say something. Something's got to be said. And I mean, I'm reading the article right now too, and there's a couple of quotes in there.
He definitely came out and said everything he needed to say. He said, I think, find that quote where he says, "We're coming for everything." That sounded like they're ready for war, even if that war is going to be.
Yeah, I got it. Says quote, "We're going to go for everything we can," says Finkel. Quote, "I'm a realist with what I am up against. We have an agreement. Even if we didn't have an agreement, we gave Fury 2 shots. He has made more money than he has ever seen. Deontay was very kind to him while he was going through his mental problems. Forget everything else. Morally, he should give him his shot."
That is absolutely how I feel.
That's on the strip for the word is my bond. You know what I mean? He should, man. He should. I mean, if he's not worried, he should. You're going to make money with Deontay Wilder. And you know, you're going to make money with AJ, both. Why not make more money? Make some more money. Let's see if we get another quote. The quote that kind of worried me, or not worried me, but kind of gave me a exit or a loophole for Shelly, if you want to say it that way. But let me read the quote, I guess, so you can get what I'm saying. "If we can't get the Fury fight, Deontay needs to be active," Finkel said. "If it's the worst case scenario, we are going to be prepared to get him back in the ring."
Well, that's the obvious. I don't think he should be sitting out waiting on, litigations and court proceedings. You definitely need to go out there and get that rust off before it's too late. Because what if you do get the fight? You don't want to go into the fight rusty, basically.
No, definitely. If you don't get the Fury fight, you got to keep him active. Yeah, I got that. I just thought it was maybe like we might not get it, but I get it. Worst comes to worst, you got to be ready for that. He has to stay active. So I know that in the meantime of this arbitration, I'm pretty sure they're going to be lining up a secondary opponent, if you will. Just to be sure that Deontay stays active, because excuse me. Sometimes, that's the chess game. They could have him out of the ring, not active, maybe take the fight then. So it's wise to think like that. To have that secondary plan in play, because you just don't know which way this could head. It still seems like they're banking on Tyson in some way to have it in them to make the fight on an honorable bond that they shook on, or I don't even know what. I don't know if it was spoken about, or agreed after the second fight they would fight again, but I guess on the strength that Deontay Wilder gave him those two fights, he should give him the third. That's just off of GP, as they say,
But can you read some of those quotes from the article?
Yeah, I read I think all of them already. But I can probably just give a little more substance, if anything. In the article, it did say that Fury was in deep discussions with to face Anthony Joshua for that unification fight, and it's already agreed upon by both of those fighters. The representatives of those both fighters, they've been looking for locations, to hold that fight in the late spring. So as the arbitration leads, there's also on the other side of the pond, like what I did there. They're moving on with whatever negotiations they're doing, and obviously they're moving a lot faster because they're all in agreement. So this is what I'm saying, that secondary plan of making sure you keep Deontay Wilder active is a must, because you just never know. They can find that loophole and out the back door and off to the UK, AJ.
Well, I think that's been the game plan all along, looking for the loophole to get out the back door, and that's why we're in these proceedings,
I'm pretty sure, man, Deontay Wilder, man,
right.
he wants that.
Looks like we got our guest.
I'm back. My bad.
He's back like John Wick.
Hey, I ain't the best on computer stuff, so my bad.
Nah, man, no problem at all. Just happy to have you. So ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Jaime Robinson. Listen, I got put on to you about a rumor, and I think that's what is the most intriguing thing for me right now until we get to know you. But I hear that you've shared the ring with the current unified champ Josh Taylor quite a few times, and you came out on top and successful. So, I mean, obviously after that story, we would like the beginning story. How'd you get into the sport? But ultimately, how'd you put hands on Josh Taylor is what we want to know.
I guess I'll start at the beginning. I started boxing very, very young. Family was in it. Brothers, my half brother was a pro. He's just retired. And just in the gym from being a baby to 17, 18. And then moved over to LA, but me and Josh went at it a few times in the amateurs. Yeah, I mean, Scotland's a small place. It's a small country. UK is a very small country. I mean, a lot of good fighters come out of there because it's there's a lot of rough areas and stuff. But me and Josh went at it. Yeah, we fought 7 times in the amateurs. I don't want to disrespect the kid. I mean, the kid's improved a lot. He's a WBC champion. I think he's unified champion now, right? So he improved a lot. I boxed him when he came from a taekwondo. He started late. He started 14, 15. So I came on top a few times, yeah. But I mean, he's a different fighter now.
And you are obviously from Scotland, but you're now living in Miami. When did that happen, and how'd you make that transition? Which, by the way, is a beautiful one. I mean, to be in Miami, that's a blessing.
For sure. I've been around, bro. I've been around. My brother was over here in LA. At Wildcard with Freddie, so I kind of figured I wasn't doing nothing with my life. I was, experimenting with drugs and just kind of being a dumbass. And so I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over."
Stupendous.
They paid me for a flight to come over here, and I stayed with him, and things worked out pretty good for the most part for a few years, and then started getting myself in trouble. So. I mean, who doesn't want to live in LA over Scotland when it was raining all the time and stuff? You know what I'm saying?
So talk to us. I mean, how does a declarated amateur with those type of wins not go straight into boxing? Obviously, somewhere there was a disconnect, and you took some years off. Talk about that.
A lot of time off. I mean, shit, I'll get as deep as you guys want, but basically got myself involved in stupid things. You know, money isn't too good when you start turn pro. So I was, experimenting and doing stupid things, selling drugs and getting involved in whatever the fuck. Excuse my language. I don't know if I can swear, but
of course, feel free.
Getting involved in all kinds of dumb shit. You know what I mean? I was in LA, so just easy path to go down when you need money. You don't have a high school education. You don't have anything fun. But it's gonna make you money. I don't want to work in a warehouse all day, so I started getting involved in drugs, and that leads to taking drugs. So then bad things started happening in my personal life. Family's getting in trouble, family problems. Brother was in trouble, money problems, and kind of instead of dealing with it like an adult, dealt with it like a kid, and I started getting harder and harder drugs, heroin, meth, crack, everything in between. And obviously that's not going to work well with boxing. So I kind of started burning some bridges over there, and running through loads of different trainers, worked with everybody over there in LA, and just kind of made a bad reputation for myself, but was also a drug addict. I call myself as close to functioning as a drug addict as possible, you know what I mean? And eventually it just got to a point where I couldn't handle it no more, and spent 3 years kind of lost and taking drugs and doing everything else.
It's a dark time for you, man, but how long have you been clean, and how long have you been okay?
A long time now. Coming up totally clean from everything, 8 months. But from heroin, from crack, about 1.5 years, 2 years. But I kept smoking weed for a little bit of time, so.
Yeah, I got no problem with that.
I mean, I definitely miss weed, but the other stuff I don't miss at all. Not at all. But
Good for you, man. Good for you, brother. Good for you. I got no
problem with people smoking weed, and I know a lot of fighters that still do it. But for me, I got an addictive personality where I use it to hide from things, and I use it to get away from things, and I don't like that. I never want to do that. I want to face my problems and.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Well, I salute you, champ.
Yeah, how you doing? This is Francis from Canada.
What up,
how you doing? At some point, did you spend any time in rehab, and for an extent, or you just mentally just got over it?
No, I didn't. I mean, in a way, I did, but I didn't have the money, bro. I met some really inspirational, successful, and good people. I ended up in Miami. Fuck, bro. Honestly, the reason I came to Miami was basically to kill myself. I was like, I'm gonna come out here and just party until I can't, until something drops dead. And for whatever reason, I ended up going to the gym, and I ran into a chick called Steffi Cohen, who's she's a world record holder, powerlifter, 26 times, like crazy successful business and stuff. And for whatever reason, I just started talking to her, telling her, hey, look, I got all kinds of problems. I just fucking unleashed on her. I know what that was about, but she kind of took me under her wing and helped me out a lot, gave me a lot of advice, and kind of showed me what was possible if I can get sober and deal with my demons. And I mean, now I feel like I got the big motivation for me is to come back and show people that you can really fuck up, really fuck up like I did, and still come back and do something positive.
Overcome.
And the reason why I asked you the question is because we understand that when boxing does has its own dark days where you are lonely by yourself and you are, feeling left out because the business isn't going right or something isn't going right. So you being through something so serious in your life, it kind of gives you a little bit more strength to when you attack the boxing side of things. Now, correct or incorrect?
I 100% agree. 100% agree, and I got what I mean. And yeah, I got a great support team now, and things have definitely went wrong since I came back. It's not been easy, but now it's like instead of me running the drugs, I got 20 people I can call and cuss people out or whatever I need to do.
It's been a 6-year layoff, man. How you feeling now? And do you possibly got anything lined up or anything that you're hearing about in the works?
Yeah, bro, honestly, when I came back, it was rough as hell. I sucked. Nothing was there. I mean, obviously, the timing was gone, but honestly, what I struggled with the most was just being a fat ass and 200 pounds, struggling to do 1 or 2 rounds. I got to tag you guys in some videos on Instagram, but I was a mess, bro. I was coming in, like my coach was, I was shadowboxing, and that would have been the workout, you know what I mean? Maybe 2 rounds in the mitts, 2 rounds in the bag. So it's been rough to get back over the 8 months, but now I'm sparring world champs, sparring good people. My ring IQ's always been there. That's never been the issue. It's just fitness.
Being in shape.
Yeah, fitness and timing, which is there now. So now the last month or so, I've seen a big shift and things are coming back. I'm instead of getting beat up, I'm back to working things the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got 2 questions I wanted to ask you. The first one being, have your body being through all that it's been through. How is it taking the contact and the power from the sparring, hard sparrings and the trainings?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That was the scariest thing for me. And I remember a moment where, so when I was sparring, bro, I was kind of getting hit on purpose a little bit, because in my head I was like, fuck, I don't know if I can take this shit anymore. And there was a turning point for me where I sparred, Rantis Bartholomew, the lightweight kid.
Yeah.
Real good kid. And I for whatever reason we got set up sparring with him, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see what I got, see if I can take a few punches. So I kind of went there the first 2 rounds and almost got beat up on purpose, just to see if I could take that kind of world champion power. And after that, I've been fine. I've been no problems whatsoever, no fear, nothing. I don't think it'll be an issue whatsoever.
I love it. My next question would be, since you're talking about you're a little bit fat, like what do you like to eat? You know what I'm saying, pre-fight, or what is your guilty pleasure that when you're training you can't have that you like to have?
I miss ice cream so much, bro. They got me on this crazy diet. I'm coming down from like 240, 220. So ice cream is what I miss. Every time I'm in the market, I'm thinking I'm gonna pick myself up some Ben & Jerry's or something. So I'm excited to have that.
I love it. And what? Go ahead, Ness. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I'm sorry for jumping in and out. And I wanted to ask, did you tell us already who took the chance on you? Like who's giving you the second chance at boxing?
A lot of people, man. I got a lot of people to be grateful for. But as far as boxing goes, Ricky, Champs Management. So I came back and I was boxing. I was like, you know what? I'm feeling good. Let's see what I can do after a month. See if I can fight. I hit him up on Instagram because he does some good stuff on Instagram. And I was like, hey, bro, are you looking to sign any fighters? This is my history. This is what I'm trying to do. This is where I've been. I've done a lot of bad stuff. So I'd rather sit down and talk to you and run you through that. And so we did. We met up. We had a good conversation. He watched me spar. And I talked to a few people about him. And in boxing, dude, when nobody has a bad thing to say about you, it goes a long way. So, he had 5 or 6 people singing his praises. So, dude, sign me up. And, I got honestly, dude, I owe that guy my life. He's an amazing dude, amazing manager. He's been there for me personally, boxing wise. He's always doing what he can. So I owe that dude a hell of a lot.
And in terms of your, your first comeback fight, because I know you've been inactive for a long time, but you're back this month, and I believe that is the 27th.
Yeah, February next month.
Oh,
next
February.
Month. Yeah. So we're gonna get a run out in Dominican on the 27th.
I'm from the Dominican Republic. Or my parents are.
Beautiful place, man. Beautiful place.
Absolutely. Where are you gonna fight in? What is it like? What's that? Santiago? You going to Santiago? What part of the DR are you gonna fight in?
I honestly don't know. Okay. They've told me, but I mean, I don't give a fuck. Wherever's the ring, I'll fight. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then right after that, we're gonna come over to America. I know he's got his date in Nebraska, I think it is, on the 20th of March, and that'll be a good little fight. Kid just won his last fight by knockout, so I'm excited about that one.
Okay.
Yeah, 1-3, I think he is. So I mean, it's not if I can't hang at that level, I shouldn't be in there. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And do you know anything about this current opponent?
No idea.
No idea.
No idea, but we'll look into it. I mean, all my focus is on the 27th of February, and then we'll start working on that. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
4-round fight, huh?
Did my co-host ask you what weight you're campaigning at for this fight?
Nah, I didn't get there.
Can you tell us what weight do you think this fight will take place at?
154, which is something I never ever thought I'd get down to. I was on fat dude.
Yeah, because you fought your last fight at welter, maybe a pound and a half. So I was going to that towards that. Like, you mentioned in the beginning you were 200 pounds. How's it been getting down to that weight? Like, and then how much time have you had to do it?
I've had a long time, man. I came back in March, started running every day. So I mean, it's been coming down gradually, but I got a nutritionist now, everything like that. So they got me going down properly rather than starving myself to make weight. So
be all week.
171 now, and still got a ways to go. If we can get down, the goal is to get to 165, and then the last week will be 10 pounds. That's no problem. You know what I mean? Like it's a case of not being
water weight.
So are you doing like anything specifically weight training in terms of legs, or are you genetic? Because you got some pretty big ass hamstrings, man.
I thought he was Muay Thai kicking, Ness.
I'm a big dude.
Bro,
I do a lot of plyometrics, a lot of stuff. I got a conditioning coach, so I do a lot of squats, cleans, like all that kind of stuff twice a week. So it kind of comes out, but it's definitely going to make the last few pounds tough to make weight. But that's just a case of not being a bitch, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, man. I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on. We want to continue to follow your career. We would love to get you back on after your fight on the 27th. If you can, give everybody your social media where they can follow you and get behind your story. Obviously, I'm screen sharing that as well for anybody watching live with us on YouTube right now. But, yeah, man, please let them know where to follow you. And like I said, man, thank you for coming on. And we would love to get you back on right after this big win.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, you can follow me at Happy Della Boxing right there. So I'm talking every day, and I appreciate everyone that follows my journey. I get messages every day from people who struggle. So I love that. Anyone that's struggling, I'd love to talk to you and reach out to me.
I can't let you go without asking. I mean, you spoke of depression and you spoke of ballooning up in weight. Did you take any I guess inspiration or motivation from Tyson Fury and he having a similar story?
Massive. I've talked to that dude a few times. I've been very lucky with having a connection over there at Top Rank, who's hooked me up with him, and Tyson's a huge source of information from me. He's one of the big reasons I came back. I was actually at his fight on December 1st when he got up off the floor. I think 3 years ago now. Fuck, time flies, right? Yeah. And that it's always been in my head to come back, but I was always like, nah, I'm a fat drug addict. I ain't got no chance. But seeing what he did, it kind of paved the way to make me know that, look, it's possible. You know what I mean?
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Absolutely. We're talking about him as our primary topic, and the fact that he and Wilder are going to arbitration now. It's no longer in mediation. Fury tells Wilder and his peoples he'll never fight Wilder again due to the comments. Do you think that we have closure, or do you think that third fight is needed for the fight fans?
Nah, I don't think it's needed, bro. I think he proved himself the last fight. I don't think there was any cheating. I think it's a little weird for me to see Wilder, who's such a tough man and he was a very honorable champion. I honestly thought he really handled himself well. To go down that path, I don't like the way he handled his defeat. I wish he took it like a man and just kind of accepted it and came back, and then the rematch would have happened. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now, on the same topic, Sports Illustrated own Chris Mannix is reporting that there's a strong possibility Wilder could be facing Charles Martin, southpaw Charles Martin. What do you think of that as his comeback fight if he and Fury cannot agree and eventually make that third fight for the fight fans?
I like that fight, but I think there's only one ending.
And what's that?
Wilder pretty nasty KO.
Oh, okay.
Martin walking this out. Martin's a good kid, man. He's got a similar story to me, man. I remember seeing him all messed up in Whole Foods in LA a few years ago, and him trying to talk to me. And I like Charles, man, but I don't think he's on the level of Wilder.
So then you don't think Wilder's lost the step? You just think Fury was that good?
I think Fury's special, man. I think he's once in a generation. I think he's gonna walk through Joshua too. I don't think no one's gonna beat Fury right now.
Wow.
Not for a long time.
So you're picking Fury to beat Joshua?
For sure.
Don't ask me that question.
Now, what about the power, right? Did you always think Fury would beat him, or was it after watching him successfully take those Wilder right hands? Did that change it for you?
No, I was, bro. What Fury's done is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. I did not think he would. I honestly thought he was gonna get banged out pretty early in the second fight because I thought Wilder kind of figured him out in the last fight. So I didn't see that happen. I remember going absolutely crazy, losing my mind when he handled him like that. So I think, I mean, power never leaves you. So I don't think Wilder's ever gonna lose that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
real quick though, Ness, I seen a little redness on that bridge of the nose. Who you sparring out there in them parts?
Fuck, I don't even remember who this is from. Charlie Decker, the MMA kid. Yeah, hit me with a nice shot, and then we kind of headbutted each other. So it's right there. It ain't too bad. Just a little scab.
Yeah, no, it's little things that happen in training.
You know. And then my coach hit me with the mitt yesterday, so that opened it back up. But it's no big deal. I'll be able to spar tomorrow, just with the nose cover.
Let me ask you: Is boxing your first love? Because I do see you hanging with a lot of MMA fighters. Are you thinking of moonlighting? Have you already had a few MMA fights? Or what's up?
No, I'm all boxing, man. My family wouldn't accept me if I went to MMA, man. There's no way. It's just the world I'm in, man. I mean, Miami's full of MMA fighters, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's what I wanted to hear, man. I'm glad. Listen, we're going to be following that story. Thank you once again. Give out that social media one more time, and we look forward to having you back on.
Papadella Boxing. So thank you, boys.
Thank you.
All right. Yo, we had such a rough time trying to pronounce that. He said it real easy. Papadella. We was like Papi de la.
We was trying to put our own Latin twist, champ.
We didn't know where to go with that. So Gabe Rosado, I guess the hotel that he's in Mexico. Shout out to Gabe trying to still do this.
Ooh, he out there in La Selva.
Yo, he's still trying to do this from Tulum. You know,
bro,
Tulum.
he's in La Selva.
I would be fucking vacation. I mean, well, he is vacation, but I would be like, beach.
Can I just say something? Why is everyone going to Tulum?
I mean,
everywhere I turn around, Tulum.
I think it's because those are like two of the few places that are still accepting and allowing, like in and out, right? In terms of America letting people in from there and us going over there. I
mean, I've seen a couple of videos on the Instagram. It looks nice.
Even though Jamaica, like my dude, Andre Dakota recommended, he's still doing hella tours in Jamaica. I don't think Jamaica shut down.
It's not shut down. It's still open.
The island is anti-Cove.
Open, yeah.
Cove don't work over there.
No, it works. They got mask up and everything, but you know how it goes.
Damn.
Oh yeah, you gotta wear your mask in certain areas and stuff like that because they had a few cases, but it wasn't, super big, and they're not giving anybody the vaccine right now, so they're just waiting to see how everything goes.
Call it the vaccine scene.
That's that heat, man. That's why Florida's numbers not that high, but it's high, but not that high. True, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Mike Tyson voice and shit.
I don't know. But that was a good
all of this is
listen, this beyond me.
You know what I'm saying, shit. This world is flipped upside down. Yo, but going back to we were gonna have Gabriel on. I went back and looked at that Danny Jacob fights again, bro. That shit was so close. It was so close. It was so close, man.
See, and people, if you look at the blogs and the people who are responding on YouTube, they're saying that Jacob did it with a jab. He controlled the fight with a jab, but I felt like it was a lot closer as well.
Man. It was something to see. Gabe pushing Jacob's back at times. You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody's so used to Gabriel getting in a war, man. When they see him box, they're not expecting to see the skill set because they're used to him just banging it out. You know what I mean?
Pace was like ultra, like in control. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was such a paced fight that at times you were just like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like, it almost looks like they're not really getting at each other, but it was high level stuff, man. I was real happy to see, Gabe handle that fight the way he did. And then like the whole thing again was to like, and I relived it because I had kind of forgotten was, at the end when they mentioned, him as the winner, and then they quickly turned it over and it was just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was just a crazy ass situation, but I gave him mad props for, handling the fight the way he did. Walked away clean. He looked clean, and in the end, even though it was kind of hurtful, he got nothing to really like, I mean, you're gonna hurt, right? Because it was that close, but He had nothing to be ashamed of at all, bro. You know, he was looking good out there.
Yeah, maybe you could have pressed the action a little bit more in his mind. He probably not gonna say that to us. But
Yeah.
you know, he felt like at some spots he could have did a little better there. But yeah, and all in all, I'm pretty sure he was happy with the performance. Jacobs didn't wait, man. He boogied, man. Exit stage left, baby. I'm out.
It's crazy what you just said, though. It's true. Like, if he would have just kind of, like, I guess, become a brawler at a time, maybe he could have probably swayed a little bit more. But I enjoyed the fight. I really did, because it was technical. But I get you, though. He would have turned it up a little bit at pockets. And you know what? The same thing could have gone for Danny Jacob, you know?
Yep.
Because Danny definitely could have turned it up.
But you got
plenty of times, and he really didn't.
Danny being the A side though, he knows that the B side really got to show something, because I'm gonna win this fight just all purely I'm the A side coming in. You know what I mean? If we were boxing, technically,
I'm pretty sure that comes to mind. But these guys, I'm pretty sure they're not banking all of that on a thought. But I get what you're saying. That's in there. Like at the end of the fight, you like, yo, he had to do a lot more to get mines. But
already been here, yeah.
I've already been here.
Done it, yeah. So
he was really telling the ref too, like, yeah, I won. He's like, yeah, you won? Yeah, I won. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Yeah.
Like, are you guys serious? Like, you know what I mean? But Gabe was able to push Daniel back, make him think, and that's what I liked. You know, he used the feint, he let him think. He was throwing shots, he's placing them. He wasn't, wild. But at some points in the fight, I wanted him to put the gas on. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of try to corner Danny Jacobs a little bit more and fire off some combinations. It just didn't happen the way that was supposed to, man. And I want to ask him that if he felt that way too.
Is that round one for them and shit? Are they gonna have a second fight? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Are we gonna get a
final round fight?
Are we gonna get a final round between these two?
Danny not gonna give him that shot unless Gabe got a belt and Gabe gives him the shot. Like, yo, let me fight you again. Danny not taking that round.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was entertaining, but if the people ain't screaming for it, right? Is that where you're going with it? Like, people ain't screaming for it?
Nah. It don't matter how, because look at it. Gabe Rosado is calling Daniel Jacobs all kind of names just to get the fight.
Yeah, he won it back, man. He won it back.
When you got the fight, Jacobs gonna be like, you really didn't show me anything. So why am I gonna fight you again?
Nah, I think he showed him enough, and he's like, man, it ain't risk reward ain't worth it. But like, look, let's say we move on from Danny Jacobs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's say who do we see Gabe in there with? Because that division is open.
Guys, how are you? All right, so I'm back. We're still waiting on Gabe. Obviously, he's trying to use that Wi-Fi connection in his hotel, but we do have Howard P. Lesnick, Esquire, attorney at law, on the line to just bring us up to speed a little bit. Give us some knowledge on arbitration and what could come from it. Howard, are you there? Good morning, and thank you for coming on the program and just giving us a little bit of education here to all these fight fans.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm here. How are you?
We are good.
We're good, Howard. Good morning.
Good. Thanks for introducing me, Nestor. I'm a certified trial attorney in New Jersey, and I handle criminal and civil cases. In New Jersey, civil cases have mandatory court-ordered arbitration. Basically, arbitration is when parties want to enter negotiations to try to persuade the other side to come to terms. However, if two sides cannot come to terms, arbitration is when a third party is brought on to arbitrate the case. Often, this is done by a respected and retired judge. Basically, arbitration is a negotiation process when there are numbers of issues that need to be settled. It allows both sides to present in front of the neutral, impartial observer their side of the case. The reason a retired judge or a neutral observer is used in most arbitration cases because they have the experience, because they've presided over thousands of trials and understand the issues, depending on the type of law. In this case, a contract issue that would be resolved. So arbitration clauses are common in contracts. So when contracts are breached, the other parties can invoke the arbitration clause or file for arbitration. This allows the parties to resolve their disputes without having lengthy and expensive litigation and attorney's fees, such as hiring an attorney like myself. Arbitration could be non-binding, which means the side that's unhappy with the judge's decision can reject it. If the arbitration is binding, then the arbitrator's decision is final, and both parties have to live or file a formal lawsuit to go forward. I hope that helps, guys.
So essentially, the judge serves as a mediator of sorts.
Yeah, so both parties can agree to select a judge. Usually, it doesn't have to be a judge, but judges are obviously the people who have the most experience in resolving issues, and they've seen these issues come up thousands of times in their courtrooms, so they know how juries feel about resolving these issues. They also can identify the strength in one party's fees.
So now, Howard, the situation at hand is the article that I sent you from Sports Illustrated. Did you have an opportunity to read it?
I did, yes.
So in that situation, if one of those parties doesn't want to fight, will they settle financially? Or, I mean, what exactly can either fighter do in this situation?
So it depends what's in the contract. Obviously, I'd have to see the contract. But if the contract does have an arbitration clause, that means any disputes can be resolved, including financial terms, can be resolved in the arbitration, if that's in the contract.
Now, according to Tyson Fury, he says because of what Wilder has accused him of with his allegations, he will no longer fight him. But because there's a contract, I mean, does he have the right not to fight and then I guess legally pay, or money isn't involved until you actually file a lawsuit?
Well, you could always settle and pay him off without filing a lawsuit but if there's an arbitration clause and the arbitration says the arbitrator decides whether to pay one party for breaching the contract and that clause is binding, then if that's in the contract, then they have to live with what they both agreed to when they signed the contract. If they're arguing that the contract is not valid because of what happened, then then the arbitration clause would be not valid because they would say the arbitration clause is not valid because once the contract's breached, the arbitration clause doesn't apply anymore. Then they can try to file for arbitration. If the arbitrator won't hear it, then you'd have to file a formal litigation in court and have to go through the change of the long process of filing a legal action.
Yeah. Now, there's some rumors surrounding this situation that the contract for the fight expired due to, obviously, they were not able to stage it because of COVID. You know, most of the world was shut down. We couldn't have fans in attendance. Stadiums weren't even accepting events. Would that isn't that what is that, like a natural cause clause or the God clause? Is there something called? I know I'm really messing up what's probably the legal term, but in contracts, isn't there like a backup for situations like COVID?
Yes, if there's a condition that makes it impossible for one or both parties to perform, sometimes that's included in the contract as well. If it's not included in the contract, then one side can say, well, I had nothing to do with it, and because it's some circumstances out of my control, you have no right to enforce the contract because it's out of my control. And that's an argument that one side can make before the arbitrator, and then ultimately the arbitrator will decide on it, and if there's no arbitration clause, they're going to have to wait years to go through litigation before this gets to a jury.
So I'm seeing people in our live chat say it's something like a pandemic clause. Does that sound right?
Yeah, sure. Again, if there's anything, whether there was an earthquake on the morning of the fight, they wouldn't have been able to fight because of that natural condition, and it would have been either party's fault. Neither party would have breached the contract based upon that natural disaster. You're absolutely right.
Now, Howard, let me ask you some regular questions here. How much of a casual are you? Did you know of this situation before I sent you the article, or have you been following it and you are a boxing fan?
I did watch the fight in February, but I haven't been following it that much.
So you don't know that Deontay Wilder is accusing Tyson Fury of cheating?
Not until I saw the article, correct.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, Howard, man, like I said, I promise it wouldn't be long. I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on and explaining all this to us. We do appreciate it. Please give anybody and everybody, if you have any social media or website or however they can acquire your services, please do give out that information. And thank you once again.
Thank you. My website is lesnicklaw.com. Feel free to click and check out my reviews and email me if you have any questions. Howard@lesnicklaw.com. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
there you
thank
have
you
it,
very
ladies
much.
and gentlemen. So now we're up to speed a little bit. Now we know Fury can walk away, guys, but he's going to have to pay. And I think he's okay with that, especially when you're making that much money in an AJ Fury fight. Maybe they're going to write that into the contract. Like, look, in order for me to fight AJ, y'all going to have to take that Wilder bill. Because, you know, you got to get me out that contract. And is that a body shot?
That was a body shot.
Hey, yo, it's kind of like when Floyd bought his contract from Top Rank so he could walk, man. So, all right, this is probably headed to real court, or they'll settle after arbitration. So we will be having definitely.
So look, we don't. What we want as fans is for it not to go into litigation, because it goes from arbitration, and if one party doesn't agree with that final decision, they can choose not to go with it. So it's not a final say. This is just a better way to negotiate, in a sense. And then if it gets taken care of here, we can have a resolution. If not, it goes into litigation. And guess what, guys? We're waiting longer and longer.
No,
my
but it
response,
looks like...
hold on, real quick. My response to what Mr. Lesnick, what he said, Mr. Howard Lesnick said, if the contract expired and there was no arbitration clause in the contract, that also expired. In other words, Tyson,
everything expired.
Everything expired. It's a wrap. You gets to walk away for free. I just that's the one that stuck. That one hit like a ton of bricks. Like, whoa.
It's like and look, this is why we keep saying this. Like, yo, you shook on it. Like, he gave you 2 fights. Like, we're banking on this fight to happen first. If Tyson Fury chooses to be honorable, quote unquote, because others don't feel that way, right? To say, hey, you know what? The guy gave.
I think Gabe, you there? Gabe? Gabe, you there? Oh, shit. All right. I'll merge them again.
Yo, the bro's under like 500 palm trees right now. Yo, again, look, man. It's a matter of it if it gets resolved in this point. If not, we're looking at a longer wait. But I know Ness wanted to chime in when I was saying that stuff. But I feel like if it doesn't get resolved, we end up waiting more. Goes into litigation, and I don't know if Tyson Fury also stays tied up because of that, or is he really going to be able to go on and move on and go and fight AJ? And it just smells of like somebody has to pay Wilder off, or if not, if it literally is all expired. If France is like a ton of bricks, if it's all expired and the arbitration clause, even if there is one there, but the contract expired, it can no longer apply.
Gabe, you hear me?
Yo.
What's up? What's up?
We in there.
That's good.
All right, perfect, man. First and foremost, obviously, thank you for coming on the show all the way from Tulum when you're on vacation, man. I appreciate you. Definitely living up to the motto, people's champ. But how are you?
Great, bro, man. Enjoy.
Oh, man, so the service... Yeah, the service probably ain't that good. We're going to have to just reschedule, man. We tried. No video, and I don't
Yo,
think
the champ showed up, though.
But at least you called in, man. We'll try next time. It's looking like that Mexico service ain't letting us. Yeah, nah.
Hey, yo, the champ showed up, though. Yeah. Shout out to Gabe, man. He's out there in Tulum. Man. Well, one thing's for sure, right, Francis? What's for sure?
What's for sure, my man?
Saga continues. Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Olympic torch flaming. Your bird's so sweet. Nah, chill, bro. This is gonna delay, man. I just don't want it to be delayed, and then Tyson Fury gets, tangled up in a mess where he can't fight AJ, man. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting.
When you say tangled up in a mess, what do you mean a mess?
Yeah, like he can't, he can't go nowhere because he's binded by some clause or something.
I know you got to shut that soft ass shit up.
I know you can do it, man. You got
to honor your contract, man. That's just what it is, man.
Question.
Tangled web, here we come.
And look, bro, I am not against. And look, that quote from Shelly Finkel was what's telling in a sense, right? Where they got to be prepared for worst comes to worst scenario, and they need to keep Deontay Wilder active. So that secondary plan, as far as having an opponent ready, if it's not Fury in line, it's okay too. Like, just don't keep Deontay Wilder cold out there, and not active, because he needs to be in that ring under the competitive lights.
I really need to know, how, it just doesn't make any sense how this happened. Like, has this happened before? Has this ever happened before? Like, contract-wise being expired in a big fight? Have we ever heard of this before?
What happened?
I wouldn't be surprised if it.
That shit. I never heard of this, bro.
Like, for real, this is new. Like, what?
This is huge, especially on this level, man. Maybe this shit has happened before and we just didn't even know because it's never been this huge of an issue. Damn.
Bro. And look, man.
Social media plays a part too, but yeah.
I know we got a couple of super chatties. I'm going to just see the ones that I caught. I know Ness got the rest of them. If not, we'll go back to them. MadBat100 says, it's ridiculous to think a fighter has to extra to beat the A side. Has to pay extra? Let me finish the rest. Let's see if I can put it all together. Fights are judged round by round, not one subjective moment. It's ridiculous to think a fighter has to fight extra or extra to beat the A side. Oh, okay, yeah, has to do extra to beat the A side. Fights are judged round by round, not on one subjective moment. That goes back to what we were talking about, how Danny and Jacob and Gabe Rosado fight turned out. And how, if he would have just gave it a little bit more or whatnot. But and Francis, you mentioned that Danny was the champ, the energy, that's what he was referring to.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, at the end of the day, even though it is the way you say, Matt Bent, that's just something that's known. You got to take it from the champ, yeah, in a sense. So that's the way that rolls. But I get you, champ.
And not even the champ. You gotta also take it from the A side. Cause you seen A sides rob B sides all the time without a belt. All the time.
Let's get to the next one. Who was it? It was my bro Andre Dakota. If no pandemic clause in the contract, Fury can walk away. Even my union contract has a pandemic clause. Lawyer fees add up quickly. Hashtag let it go.
Wow, let it go.
No matter what the people say, I can't.
I can't let go, champ. Can't let it go. And my man Ness GTO, the skip, Mike got the other one that I might have missed, but that's the ones that I got right now there. I read Matt Bent and Andre Dakotas. I think there was someone before then, but
yo, you really gonna whistle into the mic? What the hell type of freaking mic etiquette is that? Podcast etiquette. What's wrong with you, champion?
That was my charge whistle, like charge.
Right now. You murdered us right now.
Did I just hit you with the piercing sounds?
Let me see. So you said you missed some?
Maybe one. I read two.
Let me see who else. Remember, y'all gotta remind me, today is Andre. We also got a Cash App super chat from Anthony Von Lewis who says, arbitration is a gag order. Litigation legally binding.
Hey, listen, this beyond me.
It's a lot of lawyer talk, man. All I heard was Yo,
you working, huh? You getting yourself new sound bites out here?
I got to entertain the people.
Let me see. We got Ohio Runs Boxing just settling love. No mama's way says legally, obligation, morally, be nice. Tyson. Okay, I hear you.
Super chat
With a
just came
laughing
in
out loud
as-
emoji at that.
Super chat just came in from S. Munez. $5 super chat. The world needs the trilogy. Ever since Fury stopped Wilder, the world got flipped upside down. LOL. We need Wilder to bring things back to normal.
Ooh. You
I'm wishing on a star.
No matter where you are. Yo. And I'm wishing all the angels that I see. I'm making my own words up, by the way.
Yo, it's crazy how we first wished upon a star for AJ and Wilder to happen. It didn't happen. We got Tyson Fury, Deontay. Now we're wishing for that third fight. Wilder's always the one.
Honestly, let them do that, man. But I just still want us to be able to revisit Wilder AJ. I don't want that to fade to black, so to speak. I want that to reemerge itself, man. I want to see that fight, man. There's a lot of heavyweight fights, man. We cannot, just act like that is the last fight. Cool, if Wilder doesn't fight Fury and Fury AJ happens and that's undisputed, I'm all good. I'm happy with that. But after that, let AJ fight Wilder, because everybody should fight each other.
Don't ask me that question.
I really did hope in this trilogy, though, man. I really did think that maybe all this stuff was just a storm and just nah, man. We're going into arbitration, champ. Arbitration and then litigation. Yo, when you start mentioning this type of words to me, I just think about a long time and stressful.
I just think a lot of money. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
It's like, yo.
Words. Did you hear what he said? Mr. Howard Lesnick said it can get very expensive, like hiring guys like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Howard Lesnick, man. He's a great lawyer, bro. He's a great lawyer.
That's all I hear when you talk them kind of languages, man. But it's unfortunate it had to get here, man. And the pandemic definitely gave it a little bit of help. But that's probably one of the biggest pieces.
What cousin, yo? I just seen your message like, yo, Ness, this is the lawyer I gave my cousin. What?
yeah. And that he actually works with another lawyer, but he probably evolved to super Howard Lesnick now.
How long ago you used them?
Oh my God, years, man.
Did it work out?
And he was actually working under my other buddy, man, but I forgot his name, and he ended up, I guess, taking other cases and becoming his own entity, I guess. But he was I forgot the law firm office in Linden.
Did it work out? Like, did he beat the case for your cousin?
Yeah. They did everything was all right, man. Shout out to Howard Lesnick, man.
Oh shit.
Yo, Ohio runs boxing.
I actually use Howard for a few things, man. I use Howard for a few things. He earned his status with me, We started off small, you know what I'm saying? Then we went in. So yeah, he's alright. He's alright. But my guy, and that's who I wanted to come on, but he was tied up. Like my guy.
Oh, the guy when we was in New York.
And I think it would have been better because I think McGovern. Sean McGovern. I think Sean is he might be Irish, so he might even followed, and he sponsored me once, so he follows boxing. So he might have, I don't know, maybe he would have been following the whole Fury. He got his own. Look, he's a lawyer, but he's still got an Irish pub. So maybe I don't know. What is Fury? Is Fury Irish or is he?
I mean, yeah, I think he is
Gypsy.
UK, right? He's UK. Oh, he's a gypsy, so he travels. He's a traveling man.
From the UK, yeah.
My guy was Steven Wolkowitz, man. That was my guy.
McGovern is a beast, though, man. For real.
Steven Wolkowitz is a monto. Richard Larrick, man, he retired, man. He was, man, bro. He was, man. All I can say, that was God working, bro. Shout out to Richard Larrick, bro.
Yo, super chat from Ohio runs boxing $3.99. Eddie Hearn is the real MVP, Ness.
Man, Eddie Hearn, man. Wait till I catch up to Eddie, man. I'm gonna run down on Eddie like, damn, you holding grudges for 3 years, nigga?
Yo, what's up with my man Earn with Hearn, bro? True.
A lot of soft motherfuckers in this.
Yo, Eddie, if you listening, champ, hey, what happened?
You are sitting in your mum's spare rooms, just tickling your bollocks.
That's all right, because I got a little Eddie Hearn story that I'm going to pull out of a guess. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep sleeping on my guess. You know, and I don't like that I got to be like, yo, I'm having this guess on. You should be interested. Are you not entertained? Smack shit out y'all. Y'all don't be interested in every fucking guess, yo. But speaking of guests, y'all need to check out. I wonder how that's pronounced. Let me try this right here and send it to Doomy, the pronouncer.
Call me pronounce face.
Where is it? Where is it?
Call him the pronounce. Call him the pronounce.
There we go.
Call him.
Found it. Found it. Doomy. Francis too, right? Francis, you all from Jamaica.
Why I say, man?
How you pronounce this, man?
Oh shit! It came through.
Pronounce.
Look. You see how Francis' face get when he ready to go Rasta?
Is it Ebane or is it Ebani? You don't pronounce the E's, so it's
Come
probably
on.
Ebane.
Why don't you say Ebani?
Ebani.
You know what I'm saying? The whole girl Ebani hitting hard.
Oh, that's what it is. You think they try to get like creative with Ebony?
Maybe, but we gonna have her as a guest, so we gonna talk to her.
Yeah,
she gonna uppercut you like, yo, the name is Ebony.
No, it's Ebony.
It's Ebony, but you know, I just try to give it some flavor.
But what if she's Russian?
She's not Russian, bro.
What you mean? How you know?
You can't been following her.
She's Australian and you ain't been following her.
Oh my, you know what? You're right. I always get those two flags mixed up, yo. But yeah, nah, you're right. You got it. Yeah. You got it, man.
She got a mean left hook, B. We'll see.
She got some what?
A mean left hook.
She got a good left hook.
She got some what, Ness?
Ness caught that.
Left hook.
She hit Francis. You can't take a mean left hook from Ebony.
And,
down for the count.
And her story is very interesting.
Hey Alex, every time I say and they got some what? That's supposed to play that pop up.
Oh,
I know. I was about to hit him with
I know you can do it, man. You got the.
That's the third time.
You ain't using that Keith Thurman soundbite. I'm snatching it.
Yeah. I already got some pop. Already got some pop.
You said she got a big left hook. She got what? She got some pop.
Yeah.
You gonna get it.
I fucked that up. Yo, but I'm telling you, wait till we get her story, man. Wait till we get her story. It's crazy how she started, man. And yeah, so you know,
go get a pair of her socks.
4-0, 2 KOs, and guess who she signed to? From all the way from Australia. Guess who she signed to?
Who is she signed to?
Split
Empire Boxing?
Nah. Split T Management, dog. Dave McWaters. Remember Ness told y'all 2 years ago Dave McWaters was the new Al Heyman. Now,
you did kind of mention some good things.
Now look, he got a unified champ in Tio. Right? He got Cambroso, who's getting the fight with Tio. You know what I'm saying? He got Kashad Elliott. He got Conwell. I mean, anybody that you think is hot right now coming up, he got him.
David McH2O doing his thing.
I mean, not anybody, because obviously Shakur ain't with him. There's a few guys ain't with him, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he got a few guys, man. You know who kind of went quiet, man? What's up with Sonny Kanto, right? He was like making noise.
But he's training. He out there.
He fizzled out, man. He fizzled out.
He said,
you know? He fizzled out, man.
He's training though, man. He's doing his thing. You know, the guys when they're not, you know, if if you don't see him out there,
Karen, I ain't only begging for a Matchroom deal. I'm begging for a YouTube deal, or the Zone deal, a PBC deal. Like, why wouldn't I want to be in a better position? That's the problem with y'all, man. Speak it, believe it, receive it, man. Speak it, believe it, receive it, man.
Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it.
There's only
receive it.
one Deontay Wilder.
Only one. Chistoff Chizzy with the Cash App. He said, yo, fuck that. I ain't letting YouTube rob my boys no more. I'm sending them the whole 100% of this $5 Cash App. And he says, force majeure is all that's needed to cover pandemic.
Damn, he said force majeure, champ.
Yeah, he went French on us.
Oh,
He went French. Shine.
He went Pepe Le Pew on us.
Parlez-vous français?
Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Yo, who else we got scheduled? I got a bunch of guests, man. It's gonna be. You know,
That's the schedule right now for the boxing voice.
It's getting real. It's getting real out here. But
Ness said if I don't check the IG, he gonna penalize me in some sorts. I don't know.
Dog, yo, he don't be.
He said, "Look at the IG. They're coming at me." Yo, no, listen. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. It's a great blessing, man. Got a lot of people, a lot of good people scheduled, and looking forward to the whole entire month, February. You know what I mean? And we still got January left, so. Bing! Arbitration Nation. Everybody with a serious face, you know? The word arbitration got mentioned this morning, and all of a sudden everybody's kind of like lingering in thought here. It's all right, man. We're still going to get some good fights. You know, the American public.
I'm taking you to arbitration. You don't fucking check the messages.
Damn! And again and again. And again and again.
Yo,
all right.
Look at this. Look at this overhand right. Look at this overhand right.
How about? Bing.
We got actually, I want to try this combo now.
What combo?
Hers. You don't see it? Boom, boom. What is it? What is
I mean, I still don't got it up, but
is
it's
it one?
You waiting?
One. Oh no. So it's right hand, right, left, and then right over the top. So it's right hook. Start with the right hook, left hook, right over the top.
Let me see. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Right, left, right.
Yo.
Okay.
She goes by the Blonde Bomber. Think she's a fan of Wilder or not?
Absolutely.
Look at Lucas Brown in her comment section. Love the overhand.
Yo, why do you turn into MIDI every time you talk UK?
Yo, that was not a MIDI. That was not a MIDI voice. You're tripping. But that's crazy, MIDI. Let's go out to the phone lines. Y'all ready?
Oh, she look like she heavy-handed, champ.
Bro.
I gotta go see this. I gotta go see what's going on with Miss Bridges.
FYI, I'm not in the Brandon Maurice fan club, so y'all can stop. That was our Australian correspondent, Mickey Caparelli. He like, yo, I think y'all need to have this girl on the show. I'm like, anything for you, champ. You literally recorded the best border wars ever in life. We begging to get you back, but the borders is closed.
Oh, so this was coming from Mickey.
Mickey Caparelli.
Hey, Mickey. What up? Hey, down under.
Mickey.
How the mangoes down there?
Look at Alex Jones.
Alex Jones with the £2 super chat that says, ask Ebane if she's still dating Tyan Booth.
Who the fuck is he gonna make me Google this dude, man? Don't make
it's like who is this man?
Don't make me Google nobodies.
He's a British boxer.
Dan, look at UK Rob hating. She's
shit, Tyan Booth, the funny dude. This my man.
why is UK Rob hating? Talking about she's bang average. What weight class is she? She must be in his favorite fighter's weight class. I bet you. I bet you.
Yo, this guy is funny as fudge. This Tyan Booth guy, his IG is fucking funny. So, I mean, that's what's up. Tyan Booth. Call him Tyan.
Tyan?
Ryan Booth. Yeah, I seen him on a video, funny video and shit. He's supposed to be a funny guy.
Yeah, but that combination is dope though. Right hook, left hook. I mean, right uppercut, left uppercut, overhand, right. Bang.
Yeah, that's a combo that works on the inside, on the booth, in the booth.
Yo,
you know
I seen somebody else doing a nice combo. I think it was Charles Conwell. I'm like, I'm gonna have to send this to the coach.
Charles Conwell will be champ. Will be champ.
You guaranteeing that? You put money on that?
And I've been said it already, champ. I'll just say it again. He will be champ. Call it the Champa Lampa. Yeah, champ. I don't know what else to say about this, man. You know, it's just what I was leading to again. It's just like, let's just be frank that the American public, the American fans, the American boxing fans are, you know, we're strengthy. We'll get through this one. If we lose it again, you know what I'm saying, and eventually we'll get back at that throne. So, and we got a plenty of American heavyweights right now that are up and coming. So watch out, champs. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot on Deontay Wilder's shoulders, but there's a lot of other young heads coming up right now from the States. Y'all gotta watch. So, chee! You know, y'all get to have y'all undisputed out there across the pond. Ain't no hate, no shade. Still gonna tune that in. No, yeah. I mean, if it happens first, I'm gonna be okay with it. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and pout.
So did the lawyer bring any clarity to the arbitration situation for you?
Well, yeah. I mean, look. Obviously, the average Joe doesn't understand some of the technicalities in the lingo. But you know, if you basically know what arbitration is and the simplicity that it is, you know, you wouldn't have gotten lost in what he said. But he made things clear. You know, the judge. That's an important point that he made clear was, you know, the third party, which is the guy that decides, even if he decides one way or the other, if the opposing party doesn't take that, his say is not final. You know, then you can move on to litigation. So that's an important thing to know as somebody that, you know, is waiting for the fight. Us as the public, that, you know, we're not into all this, you know, law lingo. So just for us to know that there can possibly be another step if this arbitration doesn't go well. So we'll be here waiting and waiting and waiting. So how long do you wait? And do you keep a Deontay Wilder cold? Absolutely not. Referring back to what Shelly Finkel said, you know, we're absolutely going to keep him active, you know, in worst case scenario. So all this stuff falls in line again with we don't know what the fuck's going on really. It's just leading us the road.
I love that. We don't know what the fuck's going on really. Ain't that the truth, man? Yeah. Ain't that the truth, man? Shit is crazy, bro.
We out here just guessing.
We need closure, man. For real, we need answers. It's just bull crappage.
I just can't wait to see. Yo, I don't even care. Well, no, let me not say that. I guess I say it that way. I don't even care if Wilder fights Fury or not at this point. I say that because I'm preparing myself, right? If it doesn't happen, I want to see the champ active. I want to see how he comes back from that, you know, from that loss, you know, that whatever happened to him and whatever he believes in and all that other stuff. Okay, you know, you got some people that'll believe and some that won't. That's just life. But just to see him back in the ring, healthy, moving and knocking guys out like I know he can. That's what I want to see, you know. And then obviously we want to see it with some good opponents. So the guys that have been mentioned, you know, the most by the people is Dillian, but now enter Charles Martin as, you know, maybe not.
Yep.
You know, it's just get him in there. Let me see what's up, you know. Hey, I don't want to see him struggle with none of these guys.
You guys remember if Charles Martin was one of the 5 that was on the list that he had named?
I think so. I think
one of the 5, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was mentioned. So
it was Dylan White, Andy Ruiz, Robert Helenius, or was it?
Yes, it was. Might have been Charles right there, Charles Martin.
Charles and somebody else.
So you know, I'm not totally against it. I mean, obviously, you know, according to the public's likes and the hardcores, you know, these guys fall in line in different numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4 as picks. But you know, if I get any of these guys, I just want him in there already soon, healthy. Let's go, let's fight. Let's see you come back. Let's see you say, okay, Fury running, but I just KO'd this man right now. Where you at, Fury? I want to see him do that already. it's taken a long time. You know what I mean? It's taken a long time, and it could take more time. So I would sooner rather than later have them come to an agreement where, like, even if I don't get you right now, I could get you after, or something along the lines of that. Because at the end of the day, the people still want to see the fight. If AJ and Fury fight, regardless of who the winner is, people still want to see him against Deontay Wilder, you know. And there's other top heavyweights, obviously, and you know that they might want to see him with, or they could pull fights with and make good money. But we all know we want to see Wilder in there. We always wanted to see Wilder versus AJ. So if AJ defeats Fury, we get that, you know. We might have waited longer than we were supposed to, but we finally got it. But that's only if you believe AJ wins, right? I strongly believe that AJ has a very, very good shot.
I told you I got AJ stopping Fury late, man. Personally, but that's me. You know what I mean? I like to go out on a limb and say the things that I feel. But
you know, I'm going with you on this one. I can't take nothing away from Tyson Fury with his boxing skills and everything that he could do. He's a one of a kind guy, once in a generation sort of guy. You know what I'm saying? That tall, that big, that fast, that mobile, agile, all the good stuff. But and he got up from the bronze bomber, a missile launch that he got hit with. So he's all of that. But there's always a way. There's always a way, champ. This is what it's fighting about. This is the beauty of it, you know. And this is where you separate, you know, the top to the creme from the few, man. And once you take this at those levels, man, you got to look at this shit strategic from the mind. There's always a way to beat a guy.
That's why I always say, like, in boxing, you know what I mean, when people talk about fighters who are on top and fighters who are quote unquote on the bottom are asking for an opportunity at the top, when the roles are reversed, it just continues to go from generation to generation in boxing. It's a pride thing. It's the same thing. If you're calling me outside of my name, I'm not going to give you an opportunity. So guess what happens? If a situation that arises for the other fighter, he's going to use those same exact tactics, so to speak, to navigate the sport of boxing. I find it to be a hard way to get out of boxing like that. But that's just my little spiel, my little rant on that real quick.
Call you rant man, but you got it on the nail. Never fail. Boxing bar Saturday. Tell a tale. Yeah, Champa Lampa. I mean, other than that, we got to leave it be, man. We got to leave it be.
Let me ask you a question. As a coach, when you hear a fighter says that everybody knows they got to go through the pandemic, right? And they got to make weight. So when a fighter doesn't make weight and they make the excuse that the pandemic kind of snuck upon them or got the best of them or so on and so forth, how do you feel as a coach? Do you feel it's on the coach or is it on the athlete himself?
Well, let me tell you something. We've been hit with this freaking life-changing pandemic, man, for how long now? We're gonna say
going on a year, man.
That's right. Going on into a year. Okay. So at this point, if you're trying to make weight as a fighter and you're trying to adjust, quote unquote, to the times, you're a little late already. So if you're not doing certain things, you can't just pull the pandemic excuse on a coach at this point, unless it's really something that's affected you directly, where you're sick on your own. But as far as the pandemic affecting the way you're supposed to adapt, it can still affect you, obviously. But like, if you're in fighting and you're fighting, you kind of, you know, you've known that you've had to adapt, and a lot of these fighters have adapted, and that's why you're seeing fights now, because guys have adapted to be able to train, go through all the things they have to go through, testing, bubble, everything, and still fight at a professional level. You know, if you're talking to me amateur or anything else, it's a lot different. But you know, if you're taking it at the professional level right now, it could still affect you directly if you get sick, obviously. Or maybe you were in a household where somebody got sick, now you got to quarantine for 14 days. So it can still affect you in a way, but if you're fighting and you're serious about it, you're being real serious about staying away and being as careful as possible, because you're doing this for a living.
Let's get to the callers.
Let's do it.
Alex Jones, real quick before you go there, do they have Henry Hoovers in the USA? I don't even know what Henry Hoovers is. I know what Hooters is. But I'll check out what Henry Hooters is. Hoovers, I mean.
I'll give it a check for sure.
Yeah, no, Henry Hoovers. What the hell is that? A vacuum cleaner? What's that? Henry Hoover? Yo, vacuum cleaner. Is that what you was talking about, Alex? Got me looking up vacuum cleaners. Yeah, we can go to the callers now. But before we go to the callers and our sponsors, just remember to check out the video description. That's where we have a few of the links that you can click on. Just a few ways you can support the channel. You have the link to join the channel as a member. If you're looking at the emojis and the badge icons next to some of these names on the chat, they are members. There's 3 different levels. So once you click on the link, it'll direct you there. You can choose between the 3 tiers that we offer. Pretty simple, clear, and cut on there. And pick whatever's best for you. And at the same time, there's also a Dazn link that you could click on, and we get a little kickback for that. So if you click on that, next time you're trying to get a subscription, use the link. We appreciate the support. And that's sponsors.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Alrighty then. Antonio, Albany.
Coming. Might have breath right now, but yo, top of the morning, man. Yo, real quick, man, yo, I could relate with Wilder, man. He's probably like insecure right now, man. Being a Libra, he's probably fucking too much. You know what I mean? So his soft side is coming out, and he's only fighting in court, not in the ring. Now I don't understand, man. Yo, Wilder, he could be fucking great. He could be fighting these top 10 guys right now, early this year, man. Instead of fucking worrying about fighting in court. But fuck it, man. Like, we can't do shit about it. But anyways, man, great show, and I'm gonna go back to working out, man.
Let's go, champ.
All right, want to see you in Border Wars, man. All you working out dudes, man. Punching that air, man. Come get in the ring and swing. Aaron, talk to me.
What's up, guys?
What up?
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. I mean, you remember recording Mayorga? Mayorga talked smack about De La Hoya's wife. He talked about his daughters. He talked smack to Felix Trinidad. He talked smack to Fernando Vargas. They all fighted him. Muhammad Ali called Joe Frazier a gorilla. When do you ever see the champion shying away because he was offended by what the opponent said? This is the first time ever. Ridiculous. Anyways, my question, though, Nez, is this. Even though they're in arbitration right now, can Wilder still take the fight before he fights Fury? If he does fight Fury, can he still take a fight right now? Could he fight Charles Martin next month?
I don't know, because we don't have the contract. We don't have the contract, so we don't know what that states. We don't know, but, I'm sure their legal team is going to let them know.
Well, yeah, I hope he could take a fight and then, warm up before he gets the Fury fight if he does. But I don't know if they're going to be in lockdown for the next year. That's a hard predicament for both fighters. So, anyways, that's my call. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Listen, this beyond me.
Let me get to Cincinnati.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Just duffel bag with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. From jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pitch and let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white gold. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me? How it sound?
Sound good. A little shh in the back. Nothing big.
Okay. Yeah, man, this whole situation getting old, man. It's becoming one big ass soap opera. I know you podcasters enjoying this. Get you
champion, you got cut.
Get your little YouTube check off of it. I'm getting sick of it, man. But I don't know, man. From a competitive standpoint, I'm seeing all I need to see from these two. I mean, if it's a contract, I understand it's a contract, but the hypocrisy I hate about some Wilder Man fans is you bitching complete Triple G next, and that fight was way more competitive, but you feel the need to see this shit again, and it was like one-sided beating. So I don't know, man. Like I said, from a contractual standpoint, if they fight again, I don't care, but like I said, from a competitive standpoint, I'm saying all I need to see. I think Fury just beat him again. That'll be easier. But that's my call, man. I'm getting tired of it.
Thank you for your call. Thank you for your call. Man, who you got next?
Coach Myers.
Who you got next?
Who is the champ?
Coach Myers. He's there.
Coach.
Yo.
What
How
up?
y'all
What
doing?
up?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who sent who the contract? I think that plays a big part in the arbitration because whoever has drafted up the contract and sent it to the other person usually have the upper hand in the arbitration. And usually whoever files that paperwork, 80% of the time they win the arbitration. So I think it all depends on who sent who the contract. Whoever did, I would say have the upper hand in the arbitration. But besides that, when's that Andrade show coming on, man? What time is that?
Ooh, on your neck.
He got a text back and say we golden. Remember, he said he couldn't do morning. Let me see if he up and shit.
Yeah,
I get you though, Coach Myers. I guess whoever sent the contract put in whatever they wanted most, and the other side agreed to it. So I kind of see what you're trying to say there. Arbitration mode.
JT, New Orleans.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
There's nothing in the sponge for Izzy. He ain't got nothing in there. Where the team at? Oh, he got J-Mac giving excellent instructions over there to Keem the Dream.
Yo, y'all hear me?
You.
What up? Good morning. What's happening? Hey, listening to that lawyer y'all had on, man. I mean, what I gathered, what he said out his own mouth for one. Look, he never seen the contract, so he really can't speak on it. You know, it's possible that there's some kind of clause in there, some, you know, force of nature clause or whatever you want to call it, but it might not be in there too. We really don't know. So people will say, oh, the coronavirus, you have no idea if that was even in the contract. You know, that's not put in every single contract. So we don't know what's in there, man. And also him saying, you know, it still comes down to the arbitrator. All that paperwork, everything, it comes down to one man's decision. If he feels he's siding with this person or that person, man. So in reality, what I got was we don't know what the hell is going on and what's going to happen. And you know, with legal things, you know, it really could never end. Litigation could take years and years and years and millions of dollars. You know, when you're paying people $300 an hour to fill out paperwork and all that. So it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty wild. I kind of agree. I like dude that just called in though, man. I need that AB soundbite for Tyson Fury with that soft shit. Talking about his feelings hurt. He's not gonna fight the man again. Shut that soft shit up, man.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
Facts, man. But you know, what is it? If Wilder don't get it, just move on, man, and keep doing you like you did with AJ when you couldn't get that fight. You know, he's Deontay Wilder, man. He'll find a way. He'll make his path. You know, people love him, man, and we want to see him back in the ring. So just do you, Wilder, if nothing else, man. But that's all I got.
That's right, bow, sucker. Yeah.
Alright. Majid Orlando.
Yo.
What up?
Everybody needs to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join YouTube members for something. Hey, man, with all this arbitration and shit, like, be real with you, man, I was one of those people. I want to see Wilder versus Fury. Fuck that, but I don't believe in begging nobody for shit, you know what I'm saying? Even if I don't care, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather Fury to put that belt on his fucking shelf and fucking fight AJ or whatever, but Wilder, keep getting rich and taking care of your fucking family. That's all this shit really about. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Ness, man, good job this whole week with all this shit you've been pushing, dog. This shit on some elite level right now. But that's all I got.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hamilton.
Yo, what up, guys? As soon as I hear arbitration, man, I'm just like, oh, it's like court, man. And I spent a lot of time in court, family court, of course, but the way it's gonna come down to one man judging, man, I'm already out, man. It's a waste of time. I don't even care anymore now. I just want to see someone fight, and all that money that's being spent, if it's being spent, all I gotta say is Wilder better make sure he wins, because all of that is gonna be for naught if he don't win. That's my call.
Let's go, champ.
Let me see.
Wiz, take care of yourself out there in that truck, man. Be safe.
Elijah.
Hello, Ness. How you doing?
I am
fine. What up? What's up? What's up?
Hello, guys. Yeah, I just want to say, look, man. Like everyone's been saying, look, Wilder just an embarrassment. We don't just go. Stop blocking Undisputed. That's why he left it late. That's why he didn't speak for months, coming out with excuses, no evidence. Yeah. And then he's only taking Fury to court to stop Undisputed. That's all it is. He wants to delay everything. Yeah, Wilder's an embarrassment. The sooner he leaves boxing, the better things will be. Trust me, Nez. You'll be much happier yourself. That's my call.
All right.
Let's go, Champy. It's facts out here. Factamundo.
That is everybody except Coach Myers on the boomerang.
Coach Myers coming in like.
No boomerang status for you. If you're on Blog Talk, you got to press 1. All right, there we go. Someone just hit it. I will get to you in just a bit here. Let me see what we got going on.
Got it going on.
That is Justin. What up?
Stupendous.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good?
Let's go, champ.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know, how'd y'all, I just saw that fight last night, the first one, with Wilder and Fury. How'd y'all score it?
The first one? I scored it a draw.
Yeah.
No.
I scored it live, too, so my scorecard is out there.
It was close as fudge, man. I gave it to Wilder because of the KO.
I gave it to Wilder.
Yeah, I ain't give it to Wilder.
I gave it to Wilder too.
I ain't give it to Wilder.
And I used that like judge's hat on that one.
Like the rounds, like first one, the rounds 2 through 5, it could have gone either way, but like I gave him to Wilder because he was getting hit with. I thought Fury was getting hit with bigger shots. So, I mean. And on the arbitration thing, we don't know if it's the decision is like legally binding. So it could be, whatever the judge says, they both got to go with it, and they can't take it to court depending on what's the contract. So, I mean, yeah, but that's all I got.
All right.
I just want to know how y'all felt about the first fight.
Yeah, man, I felt like that, man. I felt like you answered it for me. Just placed harder shots.
CYP.
Is that CYP?
Matter of fact, I just woke up and I'm like, yo, so let me see if I can catch it real quick. And I want to say, I could pretty much imagine what the haters were saying, the Brandons and the Elijahs and the idiots. It's funny because nobody has apologized for saying that he had no case, the contract is delayed, the contract is expired. Nobody has apologized for being wrong about that. Because if that was the case, it would not be continued. It would not go from mediation to arbitration to offering him money for a case that you guys say has already expired. See, y'all don't want to admit that y'all wrong. So what you want to do now is just hate, let's get him out of here. Because you're mad. You got egg on your face. And I'm glad that Wilder's standing on his toes telling y'all, man, look, I came from nothing.
just getting $1 million meant something to me. I don't need 10, 20, 30, 40. I already got that. All I want to do is be champion. All I want to do was fair. Y'all would have had a fit if AJ didn't get his rematch. It's funny to me. It's funny how the same people are now flipped and switched. Y'all have a problem with American boxers, yo. Y'all need to go get some help. Y'all need some milk.
Cut it, cut it, cut it.
If you're on Blog Talk, don't forget to hit that one button so that we can get to you. And if not, we are done. 2 more members and we unlock a new emoji. Is it going to be the CYP emoji that we've been desperately waiting since he won? Or is it going to be... Or is it going to be a Ryan? Where'd the Ryan go? I was doing a Ryan show, no Ryan emoji. I'm like, what the hell? Tank is missing. Yo, why they don't let us have more than 14 at a time? That's so whack.
Don't ask me that question.
It should be unlimited. Like, I don't get
Don't
it.
ask question.
Like, what? Like, every emoji that we have, it should be available. Like, I mean, like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. If I want to use Brona, I got to use Francis as Brona because we can't have them both. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you funny.
Everybody says.
You know what everybody says.
Yo, that's GTO. Instagram. Oh, we got a new caller. Who's this? Who's this? Is that Marcus? Damn, let me see if I got that by heart. I'm telling you, we're gonna take this power of memorization and make financial gain from this, man.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Let's see. Am I right? Oh shit, I'm not. That's not Marcus. That's a new caller. That is a new caller in Ohio. What's going on, Ohio? Who's this? Ohio. Can
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
We hear ya.
I'm a little off topic, man. I just want to get y'all's thing, what y'all think on these prospects fight. Like if the Puerto Rican and Cuban fought, David Morrell versus Berlanga.
Wait, what's your name, Champ?
And Chuck Simpson. My name's Steve, out of Columbus.
Steve?
Steve.
Yeah. Columbus, Ohio,
ABC.
champ.
All right.
Yeah. What y'all think on that, on the Berlanga versus David Morrell? Puerto Rico versus Cuba.
Morrell is more further ahead in his career, but let me see exactly who he's faced.
No, he ain't.
Nah, he is.
They fast tracked him. He getting fast tracked.
Yeah,
like Lomachenko. He's like 6-0.
But
he already got a title.
Wow.
Exactly. That's what I mean. But that's why I said let me see who he's faced.
Berlanga get more buzz. Berlanga get more buzz than him though.
Yeah, because Berlanga got 3 times the amount of fights, bro.
First round KOs too, that's a big thing.
Berlanga got 15, 16 fights. This guy's only got 4, and he's already a interim champ.
Yeah, but Berlanga's a contender too. And whoever win that fight, they get boosted up.
I hear you. Listen, I guarantee you, they don't put Berlanga in with this dude. Listen to me. This dude is 4.
Will win, though?
This dude. He's 4-0. This dude, David. He's 4-0. He's 4-0. He already beat Lennox Allen, man. He already beat Lennox Allen, man. And Lennox Allen was undefeated, man. And yeah, he wasn't fresh. Maybe he's 30-something. But Lennox Allen made us money. Lennox Allen was
off for 2 years.
Who?
He was off for 2
Allen?
years.
Who, Allen?
Yeah.
Bruh, show me anybody on Berlanga's resume that resembles a Lennox Allen. Show me a 2-year off undefeated fighter. Go ahead.
See, I don't always go by that. You gotta go by the eye test.
Bruh.
You gotta go by the eye test.
Dave
definitely got
the eye test tells me.
And reach
listen to me. The eye test tells me that the Morrell's team believes in him more than Berlanga's team.
That might make a little sense. But what you think about Joey Spencer and Truck?
Yo, that one is hard to tell, man, because Truck been looking, he looking like he need to work on some shit.
Yeah. But Spencer too, Joey Spencer. He don't look.
You right about that.
His talent ain't flying
You
Ain't
right.
jumping out at me.
Nah, you right about that. You right about that. I mean, I think that's too soon. Anyway, man, what do those dudes win? And I ain't even bringing up money. I'm just saying they not gonna beat each other and become get a title shot. They not gonna beat each other.
But if they, but they will be in the mentions. They definitely be in the mentions.
Man, you crazy, man. I'm letting you go right now. You out of who? You tell me what title? What division is Truck in? 60 or 54?
60. Both of them is 60.
All right. So Truck beats.
I said they
Yo. Hold up.
I said they gonna start mentioning his name.
Yeah, all right. Yo, listen. Truck beats Joey Spencer tomorrow. Who they mention in Truck to get a title shot with? Gennady? Charlo? Andre? Who exactly? Come on, you.
No, he won't be a prospect no more. He'll start being a contender. His name will start getting boosted up in the top 10. He'll be in the top 10.
Yeah. You better push the goalpost back and say his name will get boosted in the top 10. You said title shot, but yeah, I'm gonna let you go. That was fun anyway, man. Hawk, Maryland, what up?
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
Hawk,
how y'all doing this morning?
My bad, champ.
Hawking them down.
Coming right back to you after this counterpunch. CYP, what up?
Yo. I counterpunch to really show some love, but I'm going to say something anyway. Y'all do realize that the contract was win or lose. So that means if Deontay Wilder would have won, he still would have had to fight Fury again. It didn't matter that he lost. The contract had nothing to do with him winning. It had nothing to do with him losing. The contract was a 2-fight deal between 2 networks, between 2 men. It's legally binding. Like, I don't understand why y'all so mad when you saw this, when you literally showed up for the second fight. That means showing up for the second fight, being excited about it, means you knew there was going to be a third. Like, the fact that y'all keep crying is weird. Straight weird. Learn how to do business. Maybe you'll be more successful in life. Because right now you sit back watching giants do work. Because y'all don't know shit about boxing or shit about business. CYP got y'all mad. CYP out.
Hadouken! Hawk, Maryland.
Hawk, what up?
Hawking them down. Coming to the light, brother.
Hawk dropped off. He must have said, yo, well, don't be cutting me off of that young whippersnapper.
Hit the alarm for Dollar DiBiase. Welcome to the prospect level. Cheers. We got one more member joins, and we unlock a new emoji.
Yo, man. Fucking shit, bruv. So ready for this fucking closing.
Yo, he said he's ready to freaking go to sunny Florida.
What? Cash App from Carlitos in the UK that says TBV over Wilder every day. I don't know what he means. I mean, he's picking us over Wilder, I guess, but I don't know in what way.
Man.
Yo, did y'all see this? Let me see if I can do this.
You got a little something there.
We look forward to a great card actually on April the 10th as well. Kind of the.
Oh man, nah, I can't do it like that. I need to do it a different way.
Thought you had it in the 5th pocket there, Champ-a-lamp.
Nah. But whoa, phone lines just lit up. Okay, Hawk.
Liddy.
Hawk, Maryland. What up?
Yo. Hey, too much. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing this morning?
Blessed this morning, champ.
Bless.
All right. Blessings to you guys. Hey, I'm just catching up that y'all was on. What's going on?
I said, what's going on? Arbitration is going on, Hawk. That's what's going on right now. Meaning that they further have to negotiate, and it's kind of still gray for us out here, champ.
Yeah, well, so that's the Wilder and the Fury thing, right?
Yeah, for the 3rd fight.
Yeah, I ain't sure that fight gonna happen. I don't know. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Dang, I wish they would, but I just don't. I just feel like it seems like they're trying to freeze Wilder out. Wilder gonna have to fight somebody in house. And I feel sorry for whoever fight him because he's going to destroy him. But yeah, damn, that's messed up. Ain't nobody else doing nothing though, just that.
Just that.
All right, fellas, y'all have a great day, brothers.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Yo, hit the alarm. We have the member that just unlocked the new emoji, Gregory Donovan. Salute to you. Welcome to the prospect level.
Is it the CYP emoji though?
We don't know. Wow. We do not know when the emoji will make its debut.
Is there a conspiracy here? What's going on, man? What's really going on, man? Where that CYP emoji, man?
I think they're trying to make it a GIF or something. I don't know.
Oh, a GIF. The first GIF?
Call him Jiffy. Like the peanut butter.
Shout out Gregory Donovan, man.
Shout out.
There you go. Gregory Donovan, man. He has like a professional name.
Nah, you know why? It rings well because everybody remembers
the show, right?
Donovan from
yeah, that's where I got it from. I was like, Donovan. You know, I never really got to see
the common Jamaican name that people use, so I'm used to that name.
What's his name?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
His name
you know, Donovan Bailey, the track star, and everybody use Donovan. They call it Donovan.
Donovan.
There
you go, your Rasta voice.
His name is Lee Schreiber, the real name. But let me see. I don't know this number. This is new. Who's this?
Call you Schreibe face.
I mean, I probably pronounced that wrong. You know, I ain't the pronouncer. Oh, this is.
About to hit you with the pop.
This is Jarvis. What's up?
Say word. His name is Jarvis.
His name is Jarvis.
What's up, man? Show your boxing IQ. What's good, y'all?
Video boxing IQ?
Show your boxing IQ.
Show your boxing IQ. All right.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah, I just got a point. I think a lot of people missing out on with Tyson Fury. Does he still got that Martin Carefoot shit going on in the UK too? So if he get caught up in court on this side of the pond, won't he be caught up on both continents in court?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I think that fell to the wayside, that whole Carefoot thing. But I know he had something with the BB.
I mean, Carefoot went back and forth so much. I don't know that they pursued anything with that.
Yeah.
So he can't fight in the UK right now. So him and Joshua fight, it would be in the UK. He got his boxing license.
I don't even know that they want. I don't even know that they want to fight in the UK. Last I heard, he didn't have a boxing license, but I don't know that they want to fight in the UK right now. Remember, they're gonna take that foreign money, or whoever pays the most money.
I have a feeling Saudi Arabia is coming back.
It's just amazing to me that everywhere this man go to fight, he always coming out with some kind of court case or some kind of stipulation that makes him not be able to fight there no more.
Slipperier than freaking salmon and buttery hands, champ.
Yes, sir, man. We'll see, man. Everything comes to the light, man. Everything comes to the light.
And that mean
we got long distance caller, man. Who's this calling in?
Across the continent, sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely somewhere far over the rainbow. Actually, we got a ringer though. So that goes first.
Then ring the alarm.
Get your ass in the ring and
Ain't no hard
man.
Boxing motherfucker like this. BoxingWiz.com. Hey, Daddy. Boxing thinking man's game.
This is dollar beat.
Skill. Up here. You gotta be out think a motherfucker. That's what BoxingWiz.com.
TBV, what's happening, man?
Chill.
What up?
Man, everything, coach. Man, I'm sitting up in Pennsylvania waiting for a load so I can go back to Georgia. Shit. But I'm going to keep my shit simple, man. As a man, Fury, that's fucked up, bro. You supposed to honor your shit, especially if a motherfucker help you out when you was in the situation you was in. Wilder, fucking lesson learned, my nigga. It is what it is. You got fucked over, bro. I mean, fight much as you can, do what you can, but might look like you got to chunk this up to a loss, but a very well lesson learned, man. It's fucked up, But it is what it is. Tyson finna goddamn skate on their ass after he beat Anthony Joshua. But anyway, man, that's my call. Shout out to everybody bought it, my guy. Y'all be easy, man.
Yo, Francis, man, why you send me all this unusable footage, man?
What? Oh, my man Francis. Doyen, tell me you sent some footage.
How you got a team of editors? How you a videographer? How you a content creator? How are you a Border Wars like committee back end person? And
you do sit on the board right
and
now.
And you breaking the cardinal rule. Like he's breaking like he's literally sending fucking footage for IG instead of like,
hey, what happened?
You the one to be like, yo, can you turn your phone and come on, sending me that bullshit. Like we out here on IG and shit. Come on, man, you tripping.
He sent you the little box now.
He literally sent one video that I could use on YouTube. Everything else is like for IG or some shit.
All right, let me flip it further softy here. No problem. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Can't make you happy, man. Any way you want it. You want it yesterday. You want it done this way. You got a team of this. You got a team of that. I just hear a lot of, it's all good. Who's the next caller?
We got
the way I want to. No, you want it the way you want it. So I give it to the way you want to, and you still got a damn problem. You see what I do?
I expect more from you. I didn't know I had to tell you as well.
You don't have to tell me, but you see what happened is things take time to happen.
Take time.
Okay? It takes time, but if you're just so impatient, you're gonna get it impatiently done.
Listen. You sound like
I'm trying to get it to you as soon as possible.
So what we all are hearing him say is, damn, Ness, you right. I do hear you tell every participant to send you footage in landscape. It slipped my mind. My bad.
What you are hearing is that you've been calling for work. Nobody's sending footage. Nobody's sending there. You got it right there. You got the footage. That's what you should be hearing. Is you got the footage.
We got some footage. What we got?
Upside down, underneath. We got some footage. Either you have it or you don't.
We finally got some footage on Doyen Francis.
I'm being told by the Border Wars chat that they believe it was sent that way because it's smaller, so you see less. I don't know. But let me get to these callers, man.
You know how these bitches is in the sport. Total disrespect. Kid has no class, no style at all. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla.
The smartest thing you can do is to stay away from Derek.
It can't be the boogeyman if I'm chasing him. You want to bet? You bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. Let's bet $1 million.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yo, I'm gonna take two of my calls. And I'm gonna give the other one a CYP. The Wilder thing, like, I'm really getting tired of talking on this topic. Boxing has came to like a dead end for me right now with a lot of the big fights not being made. I don't have the energy to go back and forth about these fights until like facts come. Like, I'm trying to go back and forth about opinions and having arguments about stuff that I'm not privy to really knowing. It's all based off a hypothetical opinion. I still have the belief of Wilder and Fury should happen due to the fact of just being a man and of conduct and what have you. I think Fury should go ahead and fight the dude like the caller called in earlier and said, fight that dude. Don't make an excuse. Like, we entertain more excuses than anything. I was listening to Andrade interview earlier, and we'll argue and say he ain't fight nobody, but he didn't call out everybody we wanted to see him fight, and he's been publicly calling them out. And boxing in day and time, we didn't like the fans and took over the sport, and the fans is the ones that run the narrative. They spin the narrative no matter what it is. The fans know more than what the actually is going on, and that's bullshit. I think we need to get back to holding all these dudes accountable. When they start talking too much, they shut the fuck up and make the fight. Stop making excuses for why these dudes should be able to get out of shit. Like, for instance, with the Fury and Wilder thing, why should we be pushing for Fury and AJ when he should make that rematch? It was a rematch in the clause, so he should do it. Rather the pandemic happen or what have you or stop you, but
we starting to get away from like just fucking integrity of the sport and what have you, and we act like we getting the money paid in our pockets. So like, what the fuck is it? Like the shit's starting to get weird to me and what have you, and that's all I got.
Let's go, champ. It's a lot of good information right there, champ, and I don't disagree. It's a lot of gray areas still with this crap, man. We can't really argue about too much because it's so gray.
Greatness.
Greatness coming to the light, brother.
How we living, y'all? How we living, y'all?
Bless.
What up?
Yeah. Yo, man. I don't got too much on the topic. Once again, man, you know, I'm just looking out for the good fights. I'm gonna just be patient and look out for the fights, and when it does happen, we'll get a chance to break those fights down. But it does make me think, you know, Ness, it makes me think about what we was talking about before. You know, I'm definitely advocating for, you know, film study or a show where we could just, you know, just start breaking down fights and talking about that sweet science. But other than that, we still striving for greatness. We on for tomorrow.
Yeah, we should be. Ness got a lot going on, but he'll stay in contact.
Tomorrow we should be good.
Should be good.
Like I told him Wednesday because of that.
All right.
All right, good, man. Sounds good, man. Yo, do me definitely. Pull up, man, because I feel next level right now, man. I definitely want to push the training, you know, a little bit on a level up because we getting closer and closer. Shout out to my man Stainless. We got 53 days left, man, so we got to get to work. We got to strive for greatness.
You already know, man. We gonna work, bro. We're gonna work, man. That's telling me you were natural.
Yo.
Listen, yeah, man. Ness gave me that work, man, and I'm just trying to get that pressure, get that heat, and make a diamond. Feel me?
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
I just sent do me a new drill, but I know he ain't gonna want to do it. But greatness, you the champ. CYP.
Yo. I forgot to holler y'all about this. But listen, since my man Canelo was saying that he wants to fight Yeardom and then Caleb, that's cool, that's great. So will Andrade and Billy Joe Sanders really fight in the meantime? I say no, because Billy Joe don't want to lose to Andrade, and Andrade knows he'll beat Billy Joe, and then guess what happens? Canelo ain't gonna fight no Andrade. And secondly, when it comes to T.O., I heard Bob Arum at his own mouth say he would not put T.O. versus Devin because he believes T.O. could lose. He literally said that to Barbara Top conversation. But you got T.O. on here lying and capping and lying. T.O. is a coward. I don't even like to call boxers names, but that dude is a straight hype job. Like, that dude is a straight capper. Like, he got a little man complex, and he's a straight cut. He's scared of Devin, yo. That man's scared, and Bob Arum don't believe in him. I'm out.
They gonna have to send their best fighter for the champ.
Yo, this is the toughest sport you could be in, man.
Call it, it's a lonely road.
No, it's really the toughest sport, you know, and I'm not saying this to go back and forth or anything like that. It's just that it's the only sport that you can be coming off your biggest win and still be perceived as a duck. You know?
Can't believe it.
Like, it's crazy. But yo, next GTO.
Damn, no Skypey and no blog talkie.
Coach J-Mac got that last boomerang. Coach.
Yo.
Hit him low, hit him hard, champ.
Yo.
Nah,
I'm gonna let CYP take it home. Give it to him.
CYP got another counterpunch too, I believe.
CYP.
J-Mac, good looking. But I was listening. I was listening to the interview yesterday because I caught it late, and I could not believe how easy y'all let T.O. off. Like, y'all usually do the best interviews. Y'all go ham. Y'all get it out of these fighters. But y'all sit here and coddled this man when y'all heard all the bullshit he was talking. He did not fight Lomachenko because he's tough and he wants the best fighters. Mike Tyson fought 40-some dudes. That didn't make all 40 of them dudes tough because they fought Mike Tyson. Muhammad Ali had 50-some fights. taking your opportunity to fight a guy better than you, it doesn't make you tough. It's what you do after you beat the man. Like when my man Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Beating Mike Tyson wasn't what made his legacy. What he was going to do after Mike Tyson was going to make his legacy, and he got his ass whooped in the next fight by Evander Holyfield. Just because you beat Mike Tyson didn't mean you were better than Holyfield. Just because you beat Loma doesn't mean you're better than Haney. Go whoop Haney ass and then start building your own legacy, because all you have done was be an upset fighter on the B side. Go be the A side and start building your own legacy and quit running from dudes. He was never better than Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia was never better than Devin Haney. They were all prospects together. Devin Haney was number one. He was the most sought after. He was the highest signee. Everybody knows that. Just because you stole his opponent does not make you better than him unless you go beat him. That's how it works. Buster Douglas was not better than Holyfield because he beat Tyson, and Teofimo was not better than Haney because he beat Loma. Beat the man. Beat the man. The Four Horsemen were only the Four Horsemen because they fought each other. They had to fight each other. So until one of them dudes beat one of them four, ain't nobody the best. Some of them are just the favorite. There's a big difference. CYP out.
Listen, this beyond me.
Yo, so I'm just a little confused here. So, what, is Loma not part of the Four Horsemen because he was 33, or is he just not part of the Four Horsemen because Tio took him out? Because, you know, y'all tripping, man. And this is what I'm saying. Boxing fans, very fickle, bro. Very, 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 very fickle. Like, you know, he has to beat someone else, right? When he literally beat the man in that division. Somehow he called Devin Haney the man. He said, go beat the man. He the man. And I'm like, all right, so how did he become the man? Because Loma became the man by beating, winning, unifying, moving up, continuing to win and unify. I'm just like, and again, right? So this kid hasn't even fought yet. He hasn't even fought after the win, and he's already scared and ducking. He hasn't made a move yet. And the only move that is rumored are the Kambosos mandatory position, where there was never this type of heat for Crawford or any other person. Wilder, when he did his mandatory with Brazil, you know, there's never this type of heat. But all of a sudden, if he faces Kambosos, his mandatory, and the universal number one in two separate sanctioning bodies, which Tio holds belts for, he's ducking. I'm telling you, man. And this is why Canelo gets it so hard, because it doesn't matter what you do. Floyd told you they will build the next person up, man. So he beat Loma, who was the man, right? Gervonta Davis literally has interviews out there that say he ain't fighting Loma. Loma's 33, he's not. Floyd's saying the same thing, like, we not rushing, Loma's in the rush. So Tio, who's younger than Gervonta, I don't know if people understand that. You know, Gervonta's three years, maybe 4 years older than Tio. Tio, who's younger, didn't say, I need more time. Didn't say, I'm too young, he's old. Didn't say, don't rush me. He fights him, but he is the duck in this equation. I'm lost.
Hey, what happened?
Yo,
real quick, the super chats before you go to the caller nest. Boxing expert said, talk about what Bob said about crawfish, CYP.
Go ahead, CYP.
And CYP does have the counter punch.
Yo, I find it funny that the biggest thing I said was about Bob saying he would not put Devin in versus Tio because he'll lose. Not one of you have commented on that. That tells you that no matter what you say, the fact that you ignore the biggest headline of what's being said, you don't really believe in him either. Because this man asked for $10 million. He ain't getting $10 million to fight nobody. This man said that Devin Haney got to fight somebody. Those are all tactics of a duck. And your promoter says, I don't like to make fights if I think that my guy is going to lose. He literally baited him and saying it, and he said it. Bob said this. And it doesn't matter how you try to spin it. Because Barbershop, that thing, it got cut up, and everybody's talking about it on all the other shows. TBV can't change that.
Cut it.
Yeah, man, I hear you, bro. Bob said that he doesn't make fights with guys who he thinks are gonna lose, and Bob said that he lost money with Bud, and Bob says something every day, and you have called in multiple times and said, why are we listening to them? And Rod in the 870 super chatted yesterday and said, why are we still listening to De La Hoya and Bob? So, you know,
I'm pretty sure Bob thought Lopez was gonna lose.
We take all headlines, man, all headlines. But you know, in terms of whatever was said, you know, I don't know. We had T.O. on, we had Bill, we had Devin yesterday, and Devin. We had Devin and Bill yesterday, and I don't know, someone else in there. Oh, Calvin Ford, you know. Yeah, I mean, to Bill Haney, it is a duck if Ryan chooses to face the smaller man in Tank. To Devin Haney, you know, he's not really saying duck. He's saying like, yo, I expected that. You know, I expected him to go that route. So yeah.
Sort of like an understanding. Already kind of knew what might happen. Real quick before you go to the caller, which I think CYP is on the return. Troy Killertainment King says Haney not worth no money. Haney needs to beat someone. He's fought absolutely no one.
Oh, so you missed a few then, right? Because
yeah, some more came up on me. JC said, Tio said, quack quack. I'm not fighting him.
Before that was Count Drago, who says Haney is a good fighter, but Kome, Nakatani, and Loma is a good stretch. Fact is, there are big fish out there, and Haney is about 4th on the list. Hashtag facts. Count Drago, super chat. Next one is from JC, which you read. Next one is from CYP, Counterpunch. What up?
Counterpunch.
I'm gonna put you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I think I love this show because the haters live here. Like, they don't move around. They live here. Because any other show, they get blocked. They get muted out. Like the real boxing fans push them out. But here, they live. They live. When it comes down to it, Bob can say whatever he want to say. But if T.O. loses to Loma or Loma loses to T.O., the belts still stay in house. For some of you idiots that know shit about boxing. If he loses to Devin Haney, the belts disappear. He loses leverage. That's how shit works in boxing. They care about money. They don't care about your opinion. I don't care if Bob's telling the truth or not. I'm just telling you that he told you out his own mouth. I ain't putting T.O. up against Devin because I don't think the man can win. So all that capping he's doing, he needs to cut it out because Ryan didn't say Tank needs to fight somebody. Ryan didn't say Devin needs to fight somebody. The only person...
Cut it. Bob also said Pulev was going to knock out AJ in like 7 or 3, remember?
Yeah,
look, man,
he did say that.
He's picking a fight, right? And he also said Terrence would beat Earl, but he also said I'm not spending any more money on Terrence, so that just doesn't make sense, right? So
he also mentioned a whole bunch of fights before he finally got back down to Kell Brook. You know, he mentions a lot of things out there. He steers you this way, then you bang up on the dock. You didn't see it. Huh? It was too much London fog there. Boxing expert says Charlo said Andrade needs to fight someone. So Charla a duck by your own damn words. Laughing my ass off.
Yeah, no, and that's a common phrase in boxing. I don't understand why now it's becoming such a big deal. Like, that's how it's been. Like, you're based or judged off who you fight and how you do. CYP, what up?
Yo, I'm dropping y'all some cash because haters they chat. They don't actually support the show. That's the difference. But the facts are people say what they say, and none of the 4, only one person out of the 4 that they put as the big 4, only one of them is telling anybody else they need to fight somebody. See, boxing doesn't think they all need to fight nobody else. They need to fight each other. Fans don't think that. Only people who are literally scared of T.O. losing are saying that bullshit. Only Canelo fans who are scared of him losing say that bullshit. Nobody else says that. This shit needs to stop being so racially biased. Just fight each other, man. Black people ain't afraid, dog. We're not afraid to take no L. Wilder willing to jump back up in there and get beat. He ain't tripping. Give us our fight. Quit being so scared to be champions, man. Damn, y'all.
Cut it.
Damn, stop being so scared.
CYP, let me ask you a question, though, because boxing expert made a good point. Charlo basically, he literally said Andre needs to fight someone. So what's the difference there?
Am I on?
Yep.
Yeah, you on?
Yeah.
Listen. Charlo, Andrade, they ain't no big four. Like, show me the picture.
Yeah, no. It's not about the big four. I'm asking you a question, though. Charlo, Andrade is calling out Canelo. Both Charlos. Billy Joe Saunders. Right. He wants those fights. Same way like Devin is calling out 4 or 5 guys. He's calling out Tio, Ryan, Gervonta. He also called out Gary, and he also called out Mikey. So, like, what is the difference between Charlo telling Andrade, go fight someone, and Tio, who's unified, telling Devin and Ryan and Tank, go do something? Because he's not saying one person. He's saying all of y'all go do something.
This is very simple. We talked about it on the back call. Everybody knows. The only reason people say Andrade needs to fight someone is because nobody really knows him. Charlo is a pay-per-view fighter. For a pay-per-view fighter, Charlo is asking for fights that's going to make him money. If he fights Andrade, it doesn't even guarantee him anything because having that belt don't get him Triple G. It doesn't get him Canelo. But if Andre goes and builds his name up big, they'll have to respect
CYP,
them
let
both.
me ask you a question. If you're saying Charlo fighting Andre doesn't get him nothing, but it literally makes him unified,
don't get him nothing.
How does Tio fighting Devin for the WBC regular when the person he beat was the WBC franchise, who actually won the belt Devin has? But now you're saying that if Tio fights Devin, he does get something. But if Charlo fights Andre, he doesn't get anything. I'm lost there. Help me.
No, you're confused.
Yes,
You're not lost.
You're
confused.
Okay.
That makes him undisputed without a doubt.
Okay.
He's undisputed without a doubt.
And what about Charlo?
He becomes a pay-per-view.
And what about
Charlo? He becomes a pay-per-view guy after he beats Devin.
But if Charlo beats Andre, what happens?
Charlo does not get Triple G. He does not become undisputed. He does not get Canelo. He don't get those fights for beating Andrade.
So being unified is nothing?
There we go.
So being unified is nothing?
No, not at 160, yes. At 160, it's nothing because Triple G and Canelo are going to fight you because of it.
Cut it. I gotta go. But I gave you equally or more as much time as you paid for. But that was interesting. He literally said Charlo. Somebody clip that shit because that's gonna be like the death of him. He literally said Charlo beating Andrade and becoming unified means nothing.
It won't get him the fight.
No, but first he literally said the words, it means nothing. Then he said it won't get him undisputed. It won't get him Triple G.
Hold on, Ness. It's CYP. Counterpunch. Hold on.
Final round. Fight.
I don't think it's the final round. That's actually counterpunch number 6.
Man, we don't really go back and forth because everything you say, you don't stand on it. So when you're wrong about it in the future, you don't come back and apologize. So I'm not about to get hyped about things you say. But when Triple G or Canelo, when they come out and say, if Andre and Charlo fight, I'll fight the winner. When they say that, you will have a point. They have literally never said that. That does not guarantee those dudes big money fights. It just doesn't. It does not. So please, Billy Joe, please go fight Andrade. Please, I want him to do that. So then we can force people to keep their word. Like Canelo says, he wants all the belts at 168. Please beat Billy Joe Andrade so we can see, for one, if Canelo is really going to keep his word and fight one of these black champions who don't have a damn loss already. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, man, I just see that you have a double standard, man. You try to use the race card, but in actuality, it's okay for Charlo and Andre not to fight because in your eyes, that unification doesn't mean as much as Teofimo fighting Devin for undisputed. And I get you. You know, undisputed is obviously bigger than unified, but to say unified isn't anything? Okay, that's strange, man. That's strange. Or it means nothing at 160. And just standing on the fact that if Charlo becomes unified at 160, you're saying it still won't get him the Triple G fight. I think that it at least helps that conversation. You know, Triple G and his team at least consider fighting Charlo for undisputed. Am I wrong, guys? Like, if Charlo has the other 2 belts and Triple G has the other 2 belts, is Charlo an automatic negative as an option, or is he at least a conversation?
Nah, bro, it's like it's clear cut.
Definitely conversation.
I mean,
Definitely
I don't
conversation.
get it.
But it makes it difficult because, again, the type of fighter that he is, Styles makes fight, you know what I'm saying? And GGG being the age he is, he might not want to step in and take that type of fight. He might try to drop the belts instead, you know what I'm saying?
So, but this is the question though. Do you really think that Triple G would drop 2 belts, right?
And run scared.
Right, drop 2 belts.
I wouldn't say scared,
listen.
yeah.
No, forget about scared. Just drop 2 belts at this stage of his career. Right now, like literally right now, drop 2 belts because Andrade or Charlo have those belts. You're saying, like, no. And think about this. If he's got those 2 belts, Charlo, and Triple G sits down for a conversation, it's still a last hurrah fight for Triple G. Why would, like, it's not like it's an automatic no, because it's like, yo, you got so many things to think about. It's like, yes, it's a tough fight, Triple G. You're absolutely right. Jonathan Banks.
Everybody says.
You know, yo, it's a tough fight. He's younger than you. You know, he's got great defense.
You know how strong he is.
So what's the difference if he has 2 belts and GG has 1?
No, GGG got more than 1.
2?
GGG got more than 1.
Right. So then that fight would be easier to happen if Andre happened. It's just the style of the fights that I feel like the team would be like, GG, you don't really need that at this point in your career. I feel like that's what they'll sit down and talk to him about. It's not so much about him being scared. It's about GG. You just don't need this at this point in your career.
Brother,
so you saying they coddle him? They're treating him with silk gloves then?
But how do you not need undisputed, right? How do you not?
No, it's not the undisputed. It's just what you're gonna have to go through to be undisputed at this point in your career, in your life.
So you vacate your belts. So you vacate your belts, and how do you get a big fight? When now the way we're looking at you is, oh shit, Charlo wanted to unify, and you vacated.
Because how you get a big fight is being the name that everybody would like on their resume as one who can go down as a potential Hall of Famer and a great fighter to have. GGG, you knock him off. You have some young guys coming up, you know what I'm saying? You pay him the bag, put some respect in his check, you know what I'm saying? And you put him out there. And guess what? I would say 7 times out of 10, he gonna beat some of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Just off the fact that his experience in the ring. That's just how I see it. Yeah, go ahead.
You gotta open up your mind here, right? We're gonna talk about the middleweight division, right? You got Demetrius Andrade in this hypothetical debate that we're having. Demetrius is facing and losing to Charlo. Okay, right. So now Charlo is WBC WBO. Gennady is IBF IBO. Ray Yoda Marotta is the Super WBA. He was elevated. All right, we understand now who are the champions.
Let's go.
All right. So now you're saying Gennady doesn't want to unify with the WBC and the WBO champion Charlo, so he vacates his IBO and IBF, right?
Right. Well, I wouldn't say he doesn't have to vacate. He doesn't have to vacate. He can go in a different direction because he's still a champion. He doesn't have to vacate.
Okay, so he keeps his belt. And which fight does he make more money for?
Yo, he can say say Andre and Charlo had fought each other for the WBO title, right? That's how he got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. So then he can say, bet, I'm gonna go and fight Billy Joe Saunders in the UK and take that UK fan base money. I'm talking about GGG.
Yeah, but wait. Now, even though you're thinking outside the box and that's cool, just remember that you're taking this conversation from hypothetical to a little unrealistic by saying that GGG is gonna move up to 68, which he's never have. His entire career.
Billy Joe's gonna come down to 60 because he has the ability to.
Okay.
And they're both on the zone.
All right.
With saying so the connection is there. It doesn't have to be difficult to make that fight.
Okay.
And Billy Joe will take the B side just to get the opportunity to try to have GGG's name on his resume in the UK.
So
you know what I'm saying?
You think
makes sense.
So you think Billy Joe is an easier fight than Charlo for GGG?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All
Because
right.
because Billy Joe is a slick boxer, right? So, but the thing about it, Charlo is a boxer puncher. So when you get into, if GGG gets into exchanges, he's gonna receive the harder blows, in my opinion, from Charlo than he will from Billy Joe Saunders. Not taking anything away from the power of Billy Joe Saunders, it's more of like a hit and move, where Charlo is actually planting and landing. To me, that's my opinion.
Now, I guess it's still a big fight. I don't know. I'm not sure that it's a big fight.
In the UK, because everybody in the UK is gonna treat the way they treat Lomachenko when he went over there, and Usyk is the same way they're gonna treat GGG. Those European fighters that are big drama show, man. And it's the UK fans. They gonna come out. They could probably do that at the O2 somewhere in Manchester and sell that baby out, man. And GGG make a bag. So those are the routes and options that Tom Loeffler knows that he can make with Eddie and DAZN. Let's make that happen instead of going PBC and Al Heyman with Jamal Charlo. It's a tougher fight at that point in his career. If it was earlier, it's different. But at this point in his career, I just can't see it.
I just don't know if
and we're seeing with Tyson Fury showing that you can push the limits of boxing if you can get the business right. You understand what I'm saying? Anything can happen.
I don't know that Billy Joe and Triple G is a big fight, especially if Billy Joe doesn't have a title, like, you know. But
he's giving him a shot at the 2 titles, just like how Marvin is giving Keem a shot. It's the same kind of idea to bring it down to a level that we understand.
Keem's popularity is different, right? Like,
yeah, but that's Billy Joe's popularity in the UK is massive because he's linked to Tyson Fury and the whole gypsy community and the whole boxing community. Everybody knows Billy Joe Saunders in the UK. Billy Joe Saunders, you can't deny that. Trust me when I tell you, man. Billy Joe Saunders is selling in the UK.
Has he ever been on pay-per-view? Because Charlo has, you know. At least he did 120. Like, what is Billy done? Is he done pay-per-view? And tell me again,
Queensberry promotion, yeah, for sure.
Hold on, and tell me again, why would Triple G want to go to the UK right now during a pandemic when they don't even have audiences?
We never said anything. I never heard you say anything about right now or the next fight. We're talking about a hypothetical fight.
Yeah,
right?
but the whole
listen, hold on, you gotta remember something. Andre, they still have to fight to get that title. So technically, it might not even be till later in the year, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
No. The hypothetical, and you can rewind it, was
no problem.
Andre loses to Charlo, right? That's
at
the
what
hypothetical.
Point? When are they fighting? Like next month?
No,
like 2 months
no,
from now?
no.
Like
It's not. Listen, is the fight? It doesn't have a date because it's automatic loss. In CYP's theoretical conversation, he says even if Charlo beats Andre, Triple G won't fight him. So we're not even giving Andre the date because in CYP's mind, it's not even competitive. Charlo automatically wins.
All right, let me put it to you like this. I'm gonna use another scenario to explain to you what I'm trying to tell you. If Australia opens, T.O. is going to Australia instead of staying here and fighting Devin Haney.
Yeah.
It's more likely if Australia stays closed that he fights Devin Haney. More likely. Never said that it's 100% likely, but it's more like. Hold on. Let's hear me out for a second.
No, I'm just saying, based off what he said, it sounds like they might even take the Cambrosas fight in America.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So if by the time that fight happens with Andre and Charlo, the UK opens up a little bit to even have 5,000 fans?
No. Listen, that's you trying to overcomplicate. Remember, because CYP's argument is Charlo beat Andre. Triple G still won't fight him. So you're trying to put time and date. It doesn't exist. We're starting the debate as Charlo being unified because he is saying unifying in 160 means nothing. It doesn't even get you a Triple G fight. So stop overcomplicating the debate. But we can move on anyway. We got callers and super chat.
Shinobi.
Super chat LV Slugger says, let's get Plant versus Billy Joe Saunders before they get a Canelo shot.
I mean, and those are titles too. You know, Francis wants him to not fight Plant and instead come down and fight a small dude. But, you know.
Call him small time. Boxing expert says CYP is scared of Charlo fighting Andrade.
The respect is in the check, man. The respect is in the check.
So respect in the check.
Get the numbers, you gonna make the weight, man. I don't know what you're talking. You a professional.
Yo, I just never heard anybody say a unification.
Shinobi. Yeah, Mr. CYP says, ask the audience if Triple G fights Charlo.
Hey, what happened?
Maybe, maybe not, man. But I get where CYP is coming from, even though that he unifies, and unless you're saying that, he's saying that it doesn't mean nothing. It's not that it doesn't mean nothing. It's just that going with what he believes they're looking at, that's the way it would pan out. But I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think the Triple G's scary enough to actually go down that route, though. That's my only argument towards that.
I want to ask the audience. Let us know. You don't have to super chat it. Just type it in the comment section right there in the live chat. I mean, would Triple G fight Charlo if he had the WBC and beaten Andre for the WBO? Like, how does your rank not elevate if you beat the other guy that people were calling the most feared or one of the tough guys, slick fighter, all this stuff? Like, his clout jumps up, but
definitely puts pressure on it. Troy Killertainment King says, no. Billy Joe Saunders not going to 160. Stop the foolery. I like that, right? I tried. Boston Jarrett says, no, Triple G won't fight Charlo. But who is Charlo supposed to fight? Especially now that Eubanks appears to be out of the picture.
Bro, Eubanks got out the picture, and he's calling out Liam Williams, Kell Brook, and then maybe I think Billy Joe. I'm not sure.
What? You know what I find? I'm trying to get Nest to explain to me how he can really make sense of GGG fighting Charlo for a unification bout, undisputed bout when unification bout when he just at this point in his career he's just not gonna fight.
No, I hear you. Listen, I hear you.
No, we don't. We don't. Francis, we don't know what his going out party is gonna be like, Francis. But I could dig. I ain't got a shovel, but I could dig it.
Francis, let me ask you something. You don't think that you're being overly critical, maybe, or not critical, overly pessimistic? Think about this. Let me just walk you. Think about this. Charlo will be coming off of the biggest win of his career. Not to mention he's already done 120,000 pay-per-views. Now, we ain't gonna add more hypothetical to this hypothetical debate. I'm not gonna hypothetically say him and Andre was on pay-per-view. What I will say is, though, that him and Triple G will be for more money, because he is now beaten one of the most feared declarated amateurs and middleweights in the division, right? And he is unified. And now we can still go back to that. He did 120 pay-per-views, so the next fight could at least be talked about to be on pay-per-view and may do better than the 120 because now he's unified and the potential opponent is Triple G. It just makes sense. But listen.
Can I go now?
Absolutely.
Let me go, please.
Absolutely.
Let me go. The reason why I'm saying that, you're talking the business. I'm talking the fight. I'm talking Tom Loeffler, his coaches, Jonathan Banks are going to say, GGG, if you're going to win this fight, bro, this fight might take the next 2 years off your career that you wanted to take easy fights and go out with a hurrah. You're going to have to walk through this lion to get this. Is this something you're really trying to do at this point in your career? That's what I'm trying to say to you. The money and all that stuff, that would speak for itself based on unification and what they do in the next fight. Yes, the 120 is hung it up there. We know the numbers. But it's an easier fight. You will take a less punishment fighting somebody else other than a hard-hitting puncher like a lion like Jamal Charlo. That's just how I look at it. And even if the business is good, it's just what it's going to take off his career from the punishment he's going to take in the fight.
So let me ask you something. Who gives him more punishment, Charlo or Canelo?
Charlo.
Really?
Yes.
That is what you're gonna say right now.
Right now.
It's all right, man. That's where he stands.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, listen, look.
That's how I see it. And if you're saying
Ness gave you the big bro, I expected more of you, kind of thing.
Yeah, I know.
Let me
I'm disappointed in you.
Let me get to these these callers. We're going out to a new caller in maybe PA. Who's this?
Chopper.
What's up? Who's this?
Chopper.
Chopper. You got a new number?
Yeah, I got a new number. What's up?
What's good?
Yeah. Well, I was like, CYP keep calling up here saying Bob said he wouldn't put T.O. against Devin. He camping. He up here pushing the narrative. I watched that whole video. Bob did not say that. They tried to trip Bob up and make that pertain to him saying that to T.O. But Bob didn't say that. He said anybody, if you have a fighter, I'm saying if you don't think your fighter can win, you wouldn't put him in there against somebody if you was building your fighter. He didn't say that against Devin. He didn't say, he made it clear that he wasn't saying that against Devin.
Damn, you calling CYP a liar?
Yeah, CYP camping. He up there pushing the narrative.
He
So
said your
either he didn't
pants
watch
are
the
on
whole
fire.
video.
All right. Chopper, stick around, man. CYP was gifted a counterpunch to respond. CYP, Ruin a 504 says you must respond. He is shocked.
For one, Rue is sending it for the actual topic that you're losing in the chat. But secondly, y'all know me. I'm a man of receipts. I'm a man of honor. If y'all listen, not y'all, the audience, because y'all full of shit. If the audience goes and listens to the actual conversation, if he's not talking about Devin Haney and T.O., y'all come back here and let me know, and then y'all can have me do push-ups, pay a super chat, freestyle, whatever y'all want me to do. He literally repeated. So are you saying that about Devin and T.O.? Or no, are you talking about T.O. versus Devin? He literally repeated those two names after Bob said that. He literally was laughing like, hold on, Bob. You're not talking about T.O. versus Devin. He literally said that. So stop your bullshit. And secondly, if Triple G did not fight Andrade, who's on the same label as him.
So basically, he is confirming that Bob didn't say the words T.O. or Devin. And also, how could you be a man of receipts, but you want us to go do the research? I mean, if you're a man of receipts,
suspect shit.
If you're the man with receipts, clip the audio. That would be the receipt. Yo, Adrian, Wisconsin.
Hey, what up, y'all? Whew.
You working out? What's going
on? Yeah, man, it's a good show. I personally just think there's a lot of posturing out there in all these different divisions. Everyone wants the upper hand. Everybody wants to leverage. They're not going to be great, none of them, until they all fight each other. They eventually will. It gives us something to talk about. But at the end of the day, I mean, in all reality, all these people need to fight each other at some point. It's just going to be a matter of when. It's just like Floyd Pack. We didn't get that fight when we wanted it. And luckily, we're getting some people who are giving us the fights we want now. I think as the fans, you do a good job at it, Ness. We need to pressure these people to give us the fights we want now because they'll always put them off. They'll always delay the fights no matter what. You know, that's just a fact. They're just trying to build it up, get money, and that's great, but sometimes they let them over-marinate.
Cut it.
Marination, man. That's the story of the
That is Juan in the BX.
Is that Juan from the BX?
Juan.
Yo, Juan, guess what, Chet?
It doesn't matter what you think. Yeah, the thing I said about this asshole Fury, man. He comes on, he says, I'm not going to sue this guy. Because if I sue him, then I look like a cockroach. But then he goes, well, he does. He doesn't want to fight him now. What kind of bullshit is that, man? If you got the balls, you want to talk all that shit, you tell Brian, father like this. I'm going to go over there. I'm gonna talking about, you think I was shitty, huh? You think I was shitty? Okay, so you go in my locker, you check my gloves, you check my legs, you check everything. You can even check my ass to see if I got a shot in there, man. I'm going to tell you this, man. Tyson Fury, you cockroach, you a cockroach, man. You don't want to fight Wilder because you know he's going to bury your ass. Like Manny Pacquiao did to Margarito when he found out what he did to Mostly and what he did to her.
Twin.
twins step into the light.
I want to say this about the TLC story, man. Like, these guys are all highly competitive, man. Like, Tio's gonna feel like he's the man, right? It's like if you were at a job and they hired 3 of y'all, right? And they said it was an open position called the champion position. And it's like, y'all figure y'all gonna do the best work. But the dude that took the 3 tests and, passed all of them is now in that position. Then the other guy gonna come and say, hey, I want your position. You gonna feel like, what? You ain't do the shit that I did to get my position. So, nah, do what I did or take some of them tests. Then you could come and challenge me for my position. I think people are just like overlooking that. It's true, bro. These dudes are highly competitive. So if Teal hears shit about Devin Haney and Devin this and that, hey, but Teal's doing the work. Now Devin comes like, yo, I want your shit. He's gonna be like, nah, prove yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Like they overlooking that, bro. Like these dudes is highly competitive. Like they gonna feel a certain way about certain shit. That's my call.
Yeah, man, estos pollitos ya quieren rumbear con el gallo. You feel me?
Louisville Slugger super chat.
Counter punch, Mr. CYP. But before that, LV Slugger. I agree. We seen Canelo versus Triple G twice, and Canelo didn't beat him down. Both fights was close. I do believe if Charlo fought Triple G, he would beat him worst.
I mean, he's also not getting the same version of Triple G either. But CYP kind of.
It's funny because what he just said should have enlightened y'all. What T.O. did in people's eyes was he went after the best guy. He did what nobody thought he can do. Look what he did. Okay, cool. Devin Haney trying to do the same thing. He's trying to take down the guy who thinks he's number one, who thinks he's pound for pound. He wants to do the same thing you did, T.O. He wants to do the same thing you did, T.O. Why do you have a problem with him wanting to be just like you? It's funny. When I grow up, I want to be just like T.O. So that means I want to take your ass out, but I ain't talking about the dinner. But your ass is on the menu. It's very, very simple. T.O. is a coward. He's afraid of Devin Haney. Not in a biblical sense, like he'll beat me up in real life, but he does not want to lose the little bit of fame he just got. My man wants to continue eating and earning off of those belts. He don't want to give it up.
Cut it.
He said he literally want to do. He said he literally want to do what you did, T.O. Well, I mean, you got to have the last 3 opponents. You got to have at least the similar last 3, right? At least. And that's.
I mean, I at least want to keep eating.
Why yesterday,
that's what I want to do.
Listen, yesterday when Devin was on and Bill was on, the chat, all they were saying was Nakatani, Fortuna. Like, if you can't get T.O., Nakatani, Fortuna. And that's not even what I want. I mean, obviously, Fortuna, yeah, I've said that. I'm on record on that. But Nakatani,
I think that's a good ass fight.
Devin ain't my enemy. Why would I put you in there with Nakatani? What are you going to do? What are you going to earn from Nakatani? You understand?
Yeah. Both rough fights, still nonetheless.
Fortuna got a bigger name. He been out here longer doing what he's doing. Nakatani just got put on with that last win.
That was like a warrior they sent from the other side to get at you.
This is why I'm with that. So Nakatani just got put on. Let him, like Charlo told Andre, let him do something. You understand?
Yep.
Let him do something. But Twin says, exactly, Ness. That's what I'm saying, CYP. But yo, we out. Ness GT on Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Peace.
Next is Sports Talk, NEX, UP, Sports Talk, IG, Twitter, YouTube. Catch you on the next one, man. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Don't forget to subscribe.
Chip, you already know. Alex _Doomsday _LAINEZ on IG, TikTok. I'm still working on some dance moves. Twitter, Alex Linus TBV. This is the Boxing Voice, and you are the best. And we appreciate all the support that you guys show us.
Let me answer Rizzy real quick. I apologize, man.
It's all good.
Rizzy is a member, and he's saying, "Why am I advocating the duck? I'm not advocating Haney to be duck." He says, "If this was Wilder or Keith, you'd be wildin'." Bruh, I told Bill to his face on the show. For me, T.O. fought Loma. He is entitled to fight Kambosos. He could have one fight. He could have a fight before going to Haney. He literally fought Nakatani, Kome, Lomachenko.
They so anxious to snatch the crown,
Like,
champ. It's
no,
all love,
no
though.
different. And my energy's the same. No different than when Canelo slides into motherfucking Rocky Fielding or Amir Khan. That's what this is, man. You can't ask a fighter to go through the fire and then not let him heal. Like, what the fuck?
What I can't say though is that I give Devin all the credit for being at least the one that's chasing them, asking for what's up, who want the sauce. That's what I'm seeing from him, and he's not really picking and choosing. He want the sauce with any of these guys, but obviously, Tio holds the crown, so everybody wants that one.
I mean, this is a never-ending argument. You literally not respecting him for. He said, "Yo, he had to fight Comey because he didn't have a belt." Of course, he fought and beat the champ. You're literally not respecting him for beating the champ, man. I got to go, man. Peace, y'all.
Again, this is the Boxing for Its YouTube channel. If you liked what you were listening to and you stumbled upon the program, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to know when we come on live, since we do that a lot during the week, morning, night, and afternoon, hit that notification bell, because if it ain't shaking, you ain't baking with us in the morning or any other time we go live. Make sure you check out the video descriptions. We have some links there. Another way you could help support the channel, we have the membership link where you could click on, go directly to the membership tiers that we have. We have 3, and pick whichever one you choose best. And that's just one way to take advantage of the many perks that we offer for our members, such as the emojis that you see on the chat, badge icons, and much more. And if you're looking to purchase a subscription from Dazn for this year, we have a link there on the video description. We get a small kickback for it. So if you're looking to, get a subscription from Dazn, boxing is definitely on there, but the platform goes across a plethora of sports, even cricket. So take advantage of that. Thank you again. This is Nest GTO. Doyen Francis, that is, the praying mantis, and Alex Linus, Doomatron, we out of here. Deactivated.
Call you ain't going nowhere. CYP said counterpunch. Oh, yeah.
Let's end this the right way, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Richard Comey is not a world beater. Never has been. He literally won his belt.
But he was a world champ.
Yeah, no. He gets credit for being a world champion, won it in a vacancy. So it's not like beating Richard Comey. He beat the champion. Richard Comey is not as big as even my man who just got as big as Luke Campbell.
So now you don't respect his title run because he got it as a vacant?
It's not about respect. Listen, don't cut my call.
Crawford got a vacant title, right?
Oh my goodness.
You remember that?
Listen, man. Are you gonna listen? Are you gonna talk? Are you gonna talk over me? You gonna talk over me? You want the rest of my call? Cause you know what? You can have it, because when you got to do that, it tells me you ain't got nothing to say, my man. CYP out. Got you talking over my call. Have a good day, buddy. Have a good day.
Yeah, he took you know what that is right there? That's called taking a little win, because he understood that he wasn't gonna win the big fight. That's why.
Smart. He's
That's
a smart man.
Because he seen right there that he contradicted himself, man. You keep setting double standards up, man. But it's all good and it's all right. Troy King says...
Did we have a Carlitos super chat that came in? I didn't see it.
Oh, shit. Troy King sending me the box recs. He said they don't add up. Hey, man, and you're a fighter, man. But look, that's no disrespect to either, man. It's just, I'm trying to stand on this argument because I feel like when else have we seen the underdog beat a pound for pound, arguably number 1 or 2, and then not even have a fight and be called a duck? I don't think it's fair to set that precedent in boxing, man. Like how can you beat a dude that has literally moved up in division, proven that he's pound for pound, beat your contemporaries, one of your contemporaries didn't even want to fight him, is on record, and you beat him and no one wants to give you credit? Man, you guys are this makes me never want to be a fighter. And I know there's other people that wouldn't want to be fighters. If you could have the biggest win of your career and someone call in and diminish that because they want you to hurry up and fight their favorite fighter, you didn't even finish celebrating. You haven't even finished celebrating. You don't have a fight scheduled yet. You haven't even finished celebrating, and they're already diminishing you and calling you names. This is the worst sport. I don't understand it. You guys really don't love boxing, man. You are man fans, but have a good evening.
Did we ever read No Mami?
Read it. No mames. Ain't that no
yeah,
mames?
no. Oh, it was no.
Yeah, I read that.
You read that.
Yeah.
I was like No Mami.
No, that's no mames. No mames.
Yeah,
way.
you got
no
me.
mames.
You got me. That's fucked up. Got him.
What, Rizzy? What is you saying? Because we have never seen 4 different guys ordered to fight someone and all
were swerved, I guess.
Who the fuck ordered? You mean on different times, bro? Like, again, it's crazy. One guy can make a smart business move and another one can't, right? So check it. Devin is the darling. I see that now. Bill, you did your job. Devin is the darling because Devin, right, can say, I'm not gonna fight on PBC or Showtime because I'm gonna sign with Al, right? Because if he would have stood on PBC or Showtime, he had a huge possibility of getting the Tevin Farmers and getting Gervonta Davis. You understand? But he signed with the other guy, with Eddie, and chose money. So everybody, we congratulate him because as a young, I think at the time was 21, he went the business route and started getting $1 million when Tank wasn't even, right? So we congratulated him. $1 million. So I don't see how is it different now. So now you're saying, no, T.O. swerved. He didn't choose a better business move when he got out of the WBC tournament and took the IBF route knowing that all the belts were on his side of the street. You get it? But no, it was cool for Devin to do what he did because that was intelligent and he positioned himself. But T.O. was stupid in a duck. Like, you guys are crazy, man. I love it, though. I love to be the one. The thing is, I got to close the day.
Listen, this
If it wasn't for that, I'd be here till 1 fucking p.m. doing this shit. Peace, man. Last peace.